On a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Orangeburg, South Carolina, it is time to crown a 3A football champion in the South Carolina High School League Weekend of Champions. Belton-Honea Path versus Oceanside right now. Greetings. It's the 2024 SCHSL Football Championships brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration from Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Belton-Honea Path, Oceanside, about to settle the 3A situation. I am Stacey Huff, joined by my broadcast partner, Joe Cashin, and these teams, long road to get here, but they're finally here now. Belton-Honea Path, first time in 20 years.
No doubt about that, Stacey. They want to get their first state championship since 2004. If you're Oceanside Collegiate, you want to win back-to-back championships. Of course, last year was the 2A title. Yes. This year they moved up to 3A. They want to win back-to-back. Should be a great one here on tap. Hopefully it's as good as the 4A matchup we watched last night.
Both teams have a lot to prove here in this final Saturday of the 2024 season. Let's begin talking about some of our players to rely on, brought to you by A&I Restoration.
All right, Stacey, first for BHP, it's all everything. Quez Henderson, the running back, you see the stats right there. They just pop out at you, nearly 2,000 yards rushing, averaging more than 11 yards per carry this season, almost 30 touchdowns. He's a Mr. Football finalist, a Clemson signee, 98 career touchdowns. What hasn't this young man done for BHP? If it's going to be BHP today, it'll be because of Quez Henderson.
I keep hearing the word electric around this young man. P4 future ahead of him. And on the other side, A&I Fire and Water player to rely on for Oceanside. Who is it?
Quarterback Aiden Manavian. You see it right there, completing 68% of his passes this season for nearly 3,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. He threw for 5 scores last week in the Lower State Championship win over Loras. And get this, just a sophomore. What a bright future for this young man. But you see his numbers right there, amazing. They're going to be led today, the Land Sharks, by Aiden Manavian.
Played well last year as a freshman in that 2A title win as well. Now for our food for thought, brought to you by Ingles, the keys to the game, if you will. Brought to you by Ingles. Talk about BHP's plan.
If you're BHP, you want to run the football. That's what they do. 12 personnel, be physical up front on defense, create pressure on that Oceanside offense. If you're Oceanside, conversely, contain the run, and then you want to have manageable third downs to move the ball, stay on schedule ahead of the chains.
That's it, your Eagles food for thought, keys to the ball game. We're set for a good one here, BHP Oceanside. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin with you up in the booth. On the field, the third part of our broadcast team, Jack the Longshamps, will join us shortly. It's going to be a good one right here from Orangeburg. Stay tuned for a 3A championship battle.
When I was growing up, I was taught, if you make a promise, you keep it. And for 45 years, that's what we've been doing at A&I Fire and Water Restoration. From Wilmington to Florence, from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. When disaster has struck, we've made promises to tens of thousands of families to turn their houses to homes again. We take pride in keeping our promises. It's what we do. It's who we are.
A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
I'm Dr. Timothy Gregory with Coastal Wound Care. Are you living with a diabetic or chronic wound? A wound that won't heal can lead to serious problems, even amputation. At Coastal Wound Care, we provide the most up-to-date treatments, including negative pressure, compression therapies, and skin substitutes. As a physician-run private practice, we prioritize your needs, providing the time and attention you deserve. Our dedicated team is here for you. We offer next-day appointments, making your recovery as seamless as possible. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing.
Thank you so much
for putting your faith in us.
We are here because of you.
It really means a lot that you've trusted us over the years.
And we'll be here for you.
I've got to meet good, hardworking people that have become my clients, my friends.
Thank you to everyone that's let us help them and their families.
Thank you, Spartanburg.
Thank you, Columbia.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you, Rock Hill.
Healthy on the outside doesn't mean much if vaping has weakened you from the inside, because the chemicals in vapes don't just leave you short of breath. They damage your lungs on a cellular level, leaving even the fittest among us weak and vulnerable to viruses. So what starts as a vapor's cough can easily turn into pneumonia or something worse. Is vaping sabotaging you? Get the facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
On a beautiful day here in Orangeburg, Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State. Your place to be is the South Carolina High School League 3A Championship. BHP, Belton-Honea Path, about to take on the defending 2A champions. Actually, can't defend it. They're in 3A now, the Land Sharks of Oceanside. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up high in the booth and down on the field, Jack the Longshamps. Let's check in with Jack.
I appreciate you guys sending down. Here's the deal. This game is going to be driven by star power, so I thought we'd use this opportunity to brag on these coaches a little bit more. Coach Blackson with BHP oozes confidence. They expected to be here. This is a big, strong, physical group now that they have arrived. Now it's time to go, is what he told me right before kickoff, and vice versa. Contrary to belief, for a team that's looking to go back-to-back, driven by Aiden Manavian, it has been a year of tumultuous roller coaster of a season for Oceanside. Changing the guard at week 3, John Patterson, the interim head coach, a longtime respected guy at James Island High School. Folks, he's a monster in the weight room. Coach Patterson, the interim head coach, was a Mr. Universe in the over 60 category just 3 years ago. Wow. When he found out he got the job, he was at Crunch Fitness doing legs. He goes, here's the deal. I'll come in, you can give me the job in a couple hours. I got to do squats first. The perfect demeanor in a year of craziness. He has brought balance. He has brought discipline for Oceanside. And today, that's exactly what they'll need to go back-to-back. We'll send it back upstairs to you guys.
Man, good stuff, Jack, down there. Coach Patterson getting it done with the ironworks. Man, that is really fascinating stuff. Yeah, that's good. It was a tumultuous time. He's a calm veteran influence and over 60 Mr. Universe. Joe Cashin, how about that?
He's Mr. Universe. I'm Mr. Buffet Table.
Mr. May I have another, please?
Can I go back for seconds? That's pretty impressive. You know, you look at these two teams, Stacey. Belton-Honea Path comes in 13-1. Their only loss this season was to Westside, who lost that unbelievable 4A shootout last night against South Florence. That's their only defeat of the season. They rolled through the playoffs until last week against Mountain View Prep. They had to come up with a 20-point fourth quarter to win the Upper State Championship against Mountain View Prep, 30-22. Meanwhile, as you heard Jack talk about, a pretty tumultuous season for Oceanside Collegiate. They lost 3 of their first 5. Lost the opening night game against Irmo. Savannah Christian also defeated them, lost to Dutch Fork. But since that Dutch Fork loss, who won the state championship yesterday, you were on the call of that. They've won 8 in a row. Their only scrape in the playoffs was against Dillon. They had to come up with a 4th and goal stop in the fourth quarter to hold off the Wildcats in that one, 28-21. And then, as we mentioned in the opener just a few minutes ago, they defeated Loras 42-7 for the Lower State Championship last week. And so Oceanside Collegiate, with their interim head coach, John Patterson, they have navigated their way here. After winning the 2A last year, they're going to try to win the 3A here this afternoon.
That's Coach Patterson on your left right there, and Coach Blackston at BHP on your right there. And speaking of Dillon, the common thing there, 20 years ago at Williams-Brice Stadium, me and our good friend, mutual friend Emerson Phillips, got to call the championship game the last time Belton-Honea Path won the title, December 2004. Those folks still remember it. I hear they're still playing the old DVDs of me and Emerson on the call. I was told that on Twitter this week.
Stacey, you had a few less gray hairs then, kind of like me 20 years ago, right?
I had 0 gray hairs then, man. About 70 pounds ago, too. But here we go. We're about set to kick it off. Both teams trying to prove a point here to pick this 3A title. This is our Low Country Crawl Spaces kickoff. Let's work together to correct your crawl space problems today. Kicking off right to left in white is BHP with the red trim, and Oceanside in the black on the return left to right, and it's brought across the 15 and a big hit. A lot of people there, but one of the gentlemen there was 18, Ty Kelly. 18 there. So that's where they'll take over. We'll get you your starting lineups here in just a moment. That number 10, that sophomore, that 10 stands for 10th grade. That young man.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm told one of the best throwers of the football in the sophomore class in the state of South Carolina. Played well as a freshman right down here on this same field a year ago when they defeated Great Collegiate in the 2A championship. So tumultuous season, notwithstanding, here they are again. Mm-hmm. And Manavian will be the guy to lead them.
A resilient bunch. It takes resiliency when you go through adversity.
Absolutely, sir. It's all about building young men, building young scholar athletes. They'll take over at the 18 and start the ball game. Looking right, pump right, and comes back with a nice throw outside across the 40-yard line. Down right about midfield. Good throw and catch. That is Gavin Gaspar, the senior wide receiver, and a flag down, unfortunately. Good throw, good catch, but some malfeasance.
It may not be.
Bringing it back. He says, come on, moan back. That's the moan back.
I would say illegal formation here because that thing came right away from across the way.
It
that
did.
wipes out a 32-yard pickup. And you saw kind of what they wanted to do right there, kind of an out and up with the slot guy. And they hit it, but this is all for naught.
We hit a call from the White Hat.
Illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Well, that mic is nice and crisp. Let's look at a starting lineup brought to you by Stewart Law Offices, Oceanside, Aiden Manavian. We talked about O'Connor, the running back. Virgilio is a good one to watch. The receivers, Shaw and Baldwin. Tight end is Thomas. The offensive line, Jones, Costello, Bean, Crady, and Lee up front for the Land Sharks. Behind the sticks now, 1st and 15 after that penalty. Manavian flush left out of the pocket. He's going to slide down. Maybe got one on that, but great pressure created by BHP. Speaking of BHP defense, Joe, we'll get you in a moment. I want your thoughts on that. Let's talk about this D-line. It's Rainey, Dixon, Glenn, Lathan, linebacker Sloan, Anderson, Kelly, who just already made a big hit, Watson, Martin, the cornerback, Cowan, Bates, and Miles, the secondary for Belton-Honea Path. The Bears.
Great pressure by Ty Kelly. You mentioned it, the linebacker coming off the edge.
Stewart Law Offices bring you your starting lineups. 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewartLawOffices.net today. And that's a violent tackle there. BHP number 8, Justin Lathan. 5'11", 208. Talk about it, Joe.
I'm not sure he's even blocked right here. Lathan just reads this all the way. No one even touches him, and he's in there on that running back. James O'Connor, also a sophomore for Oceanside, but I played nets maybe a yard, and BHP has Oceanside right where they want them, behind the chains on 3rd down.
Absolutely, but a quarterback like Manavian, you have confidence in 3rd and longs because he can sling it, but when you're that predictable, you give the defense an extra step here. Let's see how this one plays out on our first 3rd down of the ball game. 3 wides in the formation. He's going to look across the middle now. Flushed out of the pocket. Has a man wide open. That's Virgilio, number 7. Will Virgilio, the senior, with a 1st down. Good throw, good catch. That is a Will Luke Ray opportunity school 1st down.
Virgilio coming in with this ball game, 65 receptions, giving 66. How about this for a sophomore? The presence of mind to extend the play, climbs the pocket, fires it over the middle. Virgilio finds his quarterback, gives him a target. They pick up a big 3rd down.
Virgilio showed up big last year in the win over Great Collegiate on this field. So a veteran team coming back, familiar with the championship environment, Joe, for the Bears. For the Land Sharks of Oceanside. Ball across to the 42-yard line. There's going to be a little confusion with getting people in and out. They're going to call a timeout.
Play clock was down to 2.
Yeah, play clock was an issue there, Joe. We'll step away with them. 9:42. We're early in the first quarter. 3A battle here in Orangeburg, BHP, Oceanside.
There was a time when a person's word was enough. A time when a handshake meant something and integrity really mattered. For nearly 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to protect our customers' way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Welcome back to the A&I Fire and Water Restoration presentation of the 2024 South Carolina High School League Championships. We're Oliver C. Dawson Stadium, zeros all across the board. Early in the first quarter, Stacey Huffman, my broadcast partner, my buddy, my guy, my G.I. Joe up here, Joe Cashin. I want to tell you to stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have a lot for you. Highlights, interviews, and more. Special interview with the high school league and all that. Heal faster with Coastal Wound Care. This halftime is always chock full of good stuff. So they'll have the ball at the 42 after that timeout. A little confusion. The play clock was an issue, and first time out of the ball game was called by the Oceanside Land Sharks. Oceanside down from the Charleston way. Sidearm delivery, bubble screen, and not a lot happening. Got about 4 on that maybe with a generous spot.
Nice play by Justin Lathan right there to kind of close on this. You'll see it right here. He called the bubble screen. We'll fake the handoff, comes out to the outside with it. It's good defense there by BHP to stop that to middle of the game.
Lathan's come up big already twice, and that catch was by Terrence Johnson, a junior wide receiver. Team spirit in the building. Shotgun snap. Gonna roll him right this time. Another short pass and undercut right there, just pursuing to the ball. Belton-Honea Path, impressive. Tajay Watson-Martin, number 5, comes up.
See, he's just a lot of sophomores in this game that are making impact plays early. You see the fake handoff again, kind of an RPO, and with not a lot of room, ran that to the short side of the field. Tajay Watson-Martin, he was up to the task right there. And again, a chance here on 3rd down and long for BHP to get off the field.
And last time, that quarterback, that arm,
yep.
He stretched the play out, and it's hard to cover for a long time. Let's see if they get to him this time. Bubble screen set up to Virgilio and hit immediately. Oh, my goodness, what a thump that time. Is that man again?
It is.
This man's going to earn him some books and room and board paid for in college out here. Lathan, Justin Lathan, 5'11", 208. Watch this hit.
Just a middle screen right here. He fakes it, wants to go, look like he wants to go right, then kind of comes back over the middle. And Lathan, again, I'm not sure anybody blocked him at all. He just comes in and we have a defensive MVP that we know at the end of the game, and I've got an early candidate here.
He's out front. He's coming out the exit polls early.
There you go.
Lathan, but he's announcing himself to the state. If you didn't know, that's a spiraling kick, but not long. It's going to take a good bounce, though, for the Land Sharks. Ball's down to the 21-yard line. You get your first look at, they call him Quez. Quez Henderson, the running back for Belton-Honea Path. I've heard a lot about this young man. Looking forward to seeing him. Clemson commit, a Shrine Bowl selection, right at 2,000, coming in just under 2,000 yards for the season. Averaging 11.4 yards per carry. Folks, if you like running backs, if you like Janty at Boise State, this might be the South Carolina version right here. In 3 in white, Quez Henderson. He's a treat, I'm told. We'll get that starting lineup in a moment for you, brought to you by Stewart Law Office. We'll swing it out wide, little bubble screen set up. Playing both ways. The young man had a pretty good tackle earlier in the ball game. Tajay Watson-Martin with a run for about 8 yards. Let's take a look at the Stewart Law Office starting lineups from Belton-Honea Path. Noah Thomas, the quarterback. Quez Henderson, we talked about. Lathan, also a running back. Moore, Lee, the receivers. Satterfield, the tight end. Smith, Mosher, Spearman, Dixon, and Merritt are the offensive line that's going to key this attack. They really lean heavily on their offensive line, Joe.
Yes, they do.
Quez Henderson this time. He needed a few. He got that plus some. He needed 2.5 yards. He got about 7 up to the 35-yard line. They'll move those sticks. That is a real Luke Ray opportunity school. First down there. And here's Oceanside's defense. Arnold, Jones, Bean, and Harriet. The D-line. The linebackers, Gilchrist, Mormon, Zarzaka. The defensive backs, Waddy, Sturm, Freeling, and Strickler. There's the tight end. They got the 3 tights in again. They'll play up to 3 or 4 tight ends in a formation. They have 2 tights in on that one on the same side. They go in that side. Nice pursuit to the ball by Oceanside. Let's get a number on that jersey. We couldn't get that number. It was 9, I believe.
It's Max Mormon, a senior.
Yes, he played big last year.
Watch this. The quarterback's going to take it like he's going to run it and then just kind of hands off on a sweep coming to this near side. Good blocking. And if you're BHP, you're fine. 3, 4, 5 yards a pop on first down. Yep. You'll take that all day long.
Yeah, Coach Blackson told me on the phone this week, he said he has no problem with 3 or 4 yards on first down. They don't mind. That's on schedule for them. Running behind the big guys. Little chunk by little chunk. 3 tights in this formation. This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Not a lot. Good pursuit to the ball by Oceanside. Give them some props. The last 2 plays, they've done a good job penetrating there.
Give Joey Harriet some credit right there for Oceanside. He kind of got in there, blew up the timing of this one right at the point of attack. You see 24 kind of in there, kind of muddies things up a little bit. Eventually it's 33 in there. Cale Gilchrist who makes the tackle. But Harriet was in there disrupt that play. Now third down and a chance for Oceanside to get a stop.
Yeah, this is going to be an early big play. Both teams trying to establish those trenches. Both teams got one first down to their credit. Rolling him right this time. Has a man, a high throw. That ball was overthrown in the danger zone that time and well defended by Oceanside. One of the guys over there defending was Freeling. Number 1, Grayson Freeling, and it'll be punt time.
Good coverage down the field by the Land Sharks that time, and they do to the Bears what the Bears have just done to them, get them off the field. So each team comes up empty on their first possession here in the first quarter.
After promise, a first down and then a punt. So we'll see. They're still, right now, it's the heavyweight battle. You're filling each other out, right? They're trying to establish what you come into the game, what you're planning to establish. Adjustments will be made. That is a decent punt and a fair catch at the 28-yard line. We'll step away with the change of possessions, and Monavian and that potent Oceanside Land Shark offense takes the field when we return after this.
Absolute Total Care. Total health care for you and your family. Total peace of mind and well-being. Total insurance plan coverage. Totally affordable healthcare solutions for everyone. Absolute Total Care. It's totally South Carolina. Totally you.
Our health insurance is designed to improve the lives of individuals and families of South Carolina. At Absolute Total Care, we mean it when we say, one plan, always covered.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for three. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Makai touchdown. Into the layup goes at the buzzer. Volusia wins it. The championship.
Welcome back once again to the South Carolina High School League Football Championships. Our broadcast is presented by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. You can rely on A&I. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashman here with you in BHB. Anderson County District 2 taking on the Oceanside Land Sharks. Mount Pleasant, I believe it is.
That's exactly right. There's Wando.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Joe up here, and Jack, the Longshots down on the sideline, and a great production crew. We here set to bring this to you, and it's going to be a heavyweight battle. I think they're really slugging out the trenches right now, Joe. We're trying to see who gets the first momentum break. And that's a nice sidearm delivery out there to Virgilio. He shows the Jets. And a first down again. Well blocked to the edge that time. First down for the Land Sharks.
PHP brought a lot of bodies, too, off the edge. You'll see it right here. They bring some pressure, bring the blitz, and Virgilio gets a block, and he's able to get that and pop it. They're going to go quick.
Great play call. They're going, got him wide open. Virgilio didn't want to get, the ball came out. The ball came out, and they're still fighting for it. I think the Oceanside Land Sharks got back on it. That ball popped out inside the 10-yard line. Good throw, good catch. Another Will Lou great opportunity to score first down. They're going to keep it there, and they are also in the Doctors Implants red zone. Talk about it, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, they went quickly with a quick snap. It looks like they want to do it again right here. Virgilio comes wide open down the middle. BHP unable to account for him. Ball comes out right there. You see the great strip by Watson Martin, but Land Sharks opportunistic, kind of like Somerville. I mean, Dutch Fork yesterday.
Absolutely.
Recovering their own fumble.
That was a key play in the game. Monavian has a man in the corner. Might be overthrown. No, he got it. Touchdown. Hands to the sky. That is an Oceanside Land Shark. Touchdown. Rush's touchdown. Number 4, your guy on the reception, Terrence Johnson. Strike up. The Land Shark fight song, Joe. What a throw.
How about this for a lightning quick strike by the Land Sharks? Monavian gets plenty of time. Running the corner out right there. And look at the hands right there. Look at the dexterity right there. Terrence Johnson goes up, the junior wideout, makes the reception. 3 plays, 66 yards. Boom, Stacy. Just like that.
Just like that. What a show of adroitness. Is that 2? That's straight through. Hands to the sky. Nate Stern, the senior kicker, puts the capper on it. It is 7-0. Land Sharks, they strike early.
See it again right here. A bit of a high snap, but this is the play of the game. Mark Brown Law Firm play of the game nominee. There it is, just running to the corner.
And I thought it was going to sail on him, but that ball was perfectly placed. The Navy really throws a good ball.
He really does.
On the break.
Again, just a sophomore. Boy, what an opportunity BHP had. They got the ball out on that big 38-yard completion, but unable to come up with it. And the Land Sharks make them pay with 6. And then 7.
and the thing is, you don't want to – you're running team BHP. You got to keep them in striking distance if you want to play your game. They want to pass when necessary. It becomes necessary if you fall way behind. So they want to – that's a big first strike there for Oceanside. And the answer, we'll see if it comes from BHP. We're about to have our low country crawl spaces. Kickoff, left to right. Oceanside kicks off to the Bears of Belton-Honea Path. Belton-Honea Path, 2 different places now, 5 miles apart. One of our hyphenated areas in the state of South Carolina. Modest return to about the 31-yard line, and we'll see can Quez Henderson and that offense answer right here, along with Noah Thomas, his junior quarterback. There's a scoring drive. Talk about it, Joe.
There you go. As we mentioned, 3 plays, 66 yards, less than a minute off the clock, and it was a 9-yard touchdown reception by Terrence Johnson from Aiden Banavian. And those are the first points of the day on the board put up by the Land Sharks. Impressive drive.
Very impressive. That was efficient. That slant pass set them up, and then it went up top. But everything they want seems to be available in that secondary right now. They run it 3 tights again. A little 13 package. Belton-Honea Path. And they're going to give this time to Henderson. Henderson shows the quicks through the hole, and he got about 12. Balls will be at the 42-yard line. That's another first down, the second first down of the game for the Bears. And as a Will Luke Ray opportunity to score first down. Will Luke Ray, a rich tradition of individualized learning. See this play, Joe.
Power play. This time they get with it to the right. You can see the good lead block out there by Keegan Mosher. Junior offensive lineman, 6'1", 280. He's leading the way, clearing the path for Quez Henderson to pick up the first down.
They're going to move the 2 tights to the left side of the formation this time. Coach Blackston loves his tight ends involved in that running game, and good job by Oceanside flowing to the football. Black jersey swarm. That play had never had a chance.
Play by Cale Gilchrist right there, the senior linebacker. I'm not sure that running side to side is what you really want to do against Oceanside. Try to get north and south. Loss of 1 right there. You'll see it again. A little pitch pass ahead. Goes as a pass in the stat sheet. But you just see that great pursuit. Oceanside there in a hurry, and it was Gilchrist to make the stop.
Knox Mahoney blew it up first. He kind of dove in and muddied it up a little bit there. But those linebackers are big and fast. They can run. Those Land Sharks. Henderson, nice surge through the middle that time, and he's going to be just short of the sticks, maybe a yard and a half, maybe make it 2 yards. 3rd down and 2 coming up, Joe, for the Bears.
Yeah, again, you want to answer if you're BHP right here, that lightning fast drive by the Land Sharks to put them up early. And they're set up here, possibly 2-down territory.
Yeah, you got to think they may look at that right here, depending on how much they get right here. Somebody moved, but he didn't break. There it is. They called it. I thought he got back in time. He leaned. And Joe, you already know. What are the defensive coaches yelling right now? See the ball?
See the ball. You know they're going to try to do that. Don't get drawn off.
He gave him a 5-yard coupon.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Results in first down.
5-yard coupon. That's Coach Patterson right there. We talked about his strength conditioning. Mr. Universe contestant. Pounded the iron and is above 60. John Patterson.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive. I'm tired thinking about it. When John was talking about it, I felt like I needed to take a nap after that. I'm him working out. Henderson. The Clemson commitment. He has the quicks through the line of scrimmage, man. The offensive line does a great job getting him a crease. And another chunk.
I'm going to tell you, once you watch this push up front by this BHP line, I mean, he's not even touched until he's about 6-7 yards down the field. That's an impressive movement up front by that BHP offensive front.
The counter step before that play there. He only needed a couple, and he got that. Even with a modest spot that time, he was going to have at least enough. He needed the 36-yard line. He got the 35, so there'll be another Will Luke Ray opportunity school. First down.
Let's give some kudos, too, to those guys up front center. Brady Spearman, Brody Smith, Keegan Mosher, Keelan Dixon, who has a twin brother, Kylan, on the roster. Oliver Merritt also up there for BHP. Those guys deserve a little kudos. They're paving the way.
I asked Coach to give me some key players. He said, O-line. I said, we want to sing a lot of guys. He said, no, O-line's got to they got ground and pound. He said the phrase is ground and pound. That's how we're going to win. Lathan, the guy who's had big tackles, he runs it and he meets a team meeting of Oceanside Land Sharks. They had a whole team cookout into the season party. Check this out.
That's big Mike Jones, who goes both ways, just a junior offensive and defensive lineman. He just beats the block right there. That's what you do to a running team. You stop them on first down, get them off schedule. Big old Mike Jones right there did it.
They say, who all over there? Everybody's over there. Yeah, Mike Jones. And I didn't say who, but I will at some point. Who? Mike Jones. Very impressive junior. So now they're behind the sticks. The Bears don't like this. Now they don't. They want to pass only when they want to, and that's fired off way too early. Now they're going to be further behind the sticks. It's going to bring up 2nd and 16.
It's the first penalty on BHP. Oceanside with 2, but this is going to back the Bears up here, make it 2nd and really long.
Yeah, 125. The first quarter's going pretty fast.
Snap. False start. Offense. 5-point penalty. Remain 2nd down.
I tell you what, Stacy, you've got to love a good, clean ref. Mike, you can hear the white hat down on the field like he's standing next to us. I love it.
I love it. Broadcasters know. It's a thing. We like
audio.
That's good audio there. 2nd and 16. Long distance phone call. Noah Thomas throws it out. They don't break a tackle. They're going to get nothing on that. Maybe a yard. That's the young man who's played both ways, Tajay Watson-Martin. You get a lot of that in 3A.
A.J. Zarzaka, a senior corner over there, makes a good sure tackle.
Third and a plenty. Third and a plenty. You almost take Quez out of the equation on this right here. He's out of the game anyway. Lathan is in, the linebacker, the D lineman. He's in at running back. I feel like they might toss it. He has 2 wide receivers in the formation on the left side. He's going to look that way. He may have room to run this. He could actually run for some yards. He won't get the first down. Willie, what quicks. He showed an extra burst right there. Man, let me give Noah Thomas his love. He's pointing. He's letting everybody know that was the first down.
What a move out here, Stacy. I mean, you had him dead to rights. Max Mormon did look like he had contained, but watch this move here. Noah Thomas didn't think he was going to get there. All of a sudden, it's like, whoop, he's able to turn the corner and hit the boundary, and that's how you pick up 3rd and long. Great play.
Right there, he gave the stanky leg right there. Well, that's a little stanky leg. Yeah, he gave him a little break of the ankle right there.
Look at the wheels he's got. Yeah, that's a great individual effort.
He surprised him with his quicks right there. So, Will Great Opportunity School first down. That was about the 23-yard line. Now Quez is back in now. We're going to have another
movement again.
No, timeout. They got a timeout. There was some confusion over there. Timeout by BHP.
Play clock was down to just about 0 again. Yeah. So teams kind of having a little bit of an issue with getting plays off in time. Each team has now burned a timeout in the first quarter.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, is it nerves or the clock being in a different place than you used to? I'm not sure, but you have had that issue. Hey, we had the issue actually last night. The game I did yesterday, Dutch Fork and some of it, they burned through those timeouts early. And some of that was strategy. You had 2 coaches, great coaching staffs. They were trying to outthink each other. But, I mean, those guys were using, I think at one point, some of them used all 3 of theirs in the first quarter. In a quarter, I think. But or something like that. So, yeah, we get a lot of that. But, there's going to be some nerves. Again, it is the big stage. Even the Land Sharks who've been here last year, some of these guys, not the whole team was on the team last year. Belton-Honea Path, again, as a program, hasn't been here since December of 2024. Our broadcast partner, Joe Weidman, was a part of that team as a freshman. They're having a great career there. Shout out to Joe Weidman and everybody from BHP, Anderson County. I got family up in Anderson County. Shout out to all my Anderson County extended family up there. But they are really, you see the stands right here. They've almost filled up across the way. It's a good crowd out here. Oceanside traveled a little bit as well. First of 2 games today on Saturday. Quez, he got stood up at the 20-yard line. Good job by the linebackers there, Joe.
Yep. Not much movement up front that time. I think it was about 3, which should probably end the quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. They wind it down toward the 10-second mark of the quarter. They may be very deliberate. I tell you what, BHP is not going to hurry the pace.
Nope.
They're not going to be the team that's going to rush a play. So they're going to flip the field, and we're going to take that walk. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0. The Land Sharks of Oceanside strike first. They lead BHP in a 3A matchup. It's going to be a good one, folks. Come on back. 2024 Weekend of Champions.
I'm Dr. Timothy Gregory with Coastal Wound Care. Are you living with a diabetic or chronic wound? A wound that won't heal can lead to serious problems, even amputation. At Coastal Wound Care, we provide the most up-to-date treatments, including negative pressure, compression therapies, and skin substitutes. As a physician-run private practice, we prioritize your needs, providing the time and attention you deserve. Our dedicated team is here for you. We offer next-day appointments, making your recovery as seamless as possible. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing.
Is your child struggling in school? Do you know a child 16 to 19 years of age who has dropped out, lacks discipline, or is on a destructive path? Then give the Will Lou Gray Opportunity School a try. The military-style school provides an alternative education to young adults in need of a second chance by offering academic instruction by state-certified teachers and job-based training. Students live on campus during the 14-week program, which is virtually free. For more information, call us or visit willlougray.org.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
come on!
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
Free quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line is available for people ages 13 and up, regardless of health insurance. South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line quit support can double your chance of quitting successfully. Get free help 24/7 from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or text READY to 34191. Now set for action here, second quarter, 3A battle. As Coach Patterson of Oceanside on your left, Coach Blackston of BHP on your right there. Coach Blackston's a West Side and Anderson graduate, class of 89. Plays some ball over at Newberry. And we're set for action and on the move now. Second down is BHP. There's some little room on the right side. That's a new running back in the ball game. He's going to be right at the sticks. We'll see where they place it. MJ Earl. My name is Earl. They're going to move those sticks. First down. Also in the red zone in our second time Doctors Implants red zone. Doctors Implants empowering people through full mouth dental implants. And a Will Lou Gray Opportunity School first down.
Keegan Mosher, and you talk about the new running back in the game, MJ Earl, the junior running back, 5'9", 175, just takes it right side, gets some pretty good blocking up there, and BHP working on a good drive here. 11th play coming up, started at their own 30.
We say they need to answer. This would be that, right?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Look at the tight ends moving, but they have tight end motion every play. They stacking it. Every play was like a full house goal line play, and they snapped it directly to Henderson. He got about 5. Still sitting there.
It's just ground and pound. You watch them pre-snap. They just move from right to left and set up over there. You know which way they're going. And Quez Henderson, he just ducks in there, gets good blocking up at the point of attack. You pick up 5 yards on first down, you take it every time.
Shrine Bowler, Clemson commit. In his career, he's rushed for over 6,400 yards.
98 career touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
That's phenomenal.
That is getting it. And he sliced and diced that time. He made a nice little cut. It's going to be right at the sticks, probably a yard short of the first down. So they don't mind third and short. They're not averse at the third and short and putting it on that 2-3 tight end formation.
They've worked over 6 minutes off the clock. They took this drive. They started at the 4:41 mark of the first quarter. And we're already a minute and a half into the second.
3rd and 1, you know it's 2 down territory. They don't get it the first time, but 2 tights to the right side. They're going to try the middle. And Quez got the first down, but he's still driving his legs. He's going to have the first down. They're inside the 2. He didn't get the spot I thought he'd get, but it's still going to be a first down. I thought he got a little closer to the goal line than that, but it's going to be right at the 2.
This is just grinded out football, Stacy.
Yeah, first down. They going to flip this. Yeah, it is absolutely. I tell you, Coach, out of his mouth, we were on the phone. First thing he said was, listen, you want me to give you individual player. You know about Henderson, but the offensive line will have to play well for us to win. Ground and pound, and they're doing that. And that's Quez. Oh, he got blitzed in the backfield. That was a nice surge by Oceanside. Man, they've looked really sharp at the point of attack at times. So let's take a look at those stats. Joe, right there, what do you see?
I see a lot of yards in the air for Oceanside, not a lot for BHP. And as we kind of talked about coming in, you knew Oceanside would go through the air, BHP would go on the ground. You see it kind of showing on your screen right there. Need a team. A lot of penalties in this game. And as we said, BHP rather working on a long time-consuming drive here. Goal to go play 15 coming up.
Jim Hudson brings you our stats. Jim Hudson experienced it once, and you'll never forget it. Shout out to them for that. So got Nada Nunca on that first play and ease into the end zone. Quez Henderson strike up. The Bears fights on. BHP's on the board with a Roaches touchdown. He takes it a la casa. And you see the spirit right there. The folks in red who came down 26. Take a look, Joe.
Again, just power football off the right side, taking the handoff, getting good blocking up there. Oceanside had a couple of shots at him. That's just power football. Quez into the end zone, 99 now on his career. The Mr. Football finalist, Clemson signee.
Yes. That's heady stuff there. Hands to the sky, and we are sevens everywhere. Quarterback Noah with number 7 on his back as well. Noah Thomas will step away. We've settled nothing. Everybody has 7s here. Second quarter action, 3A title game.
When I was growing up, I was taught, if you make a promise, you keep it. And for 45 years, that's what we've been doing at A&I Fire and Water Restoration. From Wilmington to Florence, from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. When disaster has struck, we've made promises to tens of thousands of families to turn their houses to homes again. We take pride in keeping our promises. It's what we do. It's who we are.
A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back inside the South Carolina High School League Football Championships here in Orangeburg, South Carolina, 2024. 7-7. Everybody has 7. Stay tuned for the Coastal Wound Care Halftime Report. We'll have a very special interview with the South Carolina High School League, first half highlights, and much more. Go ahead and heal faster with Coastal Wound Care. Shout out to them. So many great sponsors making it happen for you here. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin, up in the Bill Hamilton press box. My de facto uncle, Bill Hamilton, fellow Chesterfield native. Right there, that was the press box named after Bill Hamilton, my guy. He and my dad were high school basketball teammates back in Chesterfield back in the day. He's down in Orangeburg in the Celebration Bowl with the rest of down in Atlanta in the Celebration Bowl with the rest of the Bulldog family. They're playing. Red game started at 12, I believe, as well. But you watch right here. You keep your eyes on this game right here. 9:15 left to play in the half. Jack the Longshamp's down on the sideline with us as well. That ball's going to the end zone. That's an automatic touchback. And again, Joe, the thing we love about sports is everybody comes in with a plan. Then there's an adjustments, and then there are adjustments to the adjustments. I think most teams have settled in now and struck pay dirt. We'll see what happens after this.
There you go, the 15-play, 70-yard scoring drive. Quez Henderson, 3-yard touchdown run that tied the game, and all of that on the ground. And the key play of the game was 3rd and long, the scramble by quarterback Noah Thomas to pick up the first down and keep that drive alive when they were well behind the chains and off schedule. And then Quez Henderson able to finish it off. The 9:15 mark of the second quarter.
Great point, Joe. Great point. Y'all remember Joe Cashin's voice? You've heard him over the years. Long-time radio play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Glad to have him here with us. Yeah, that was a huge play, Trey. I mean, but here's the answer to the answer, though. Now, what adjustments will BHP make? Because Oceanside scored really easily. And there's the adjustment right there. They had a little bit of an eye that time on 7. He kind of hurt him last time, and they separated him from the ball that time. Good safety play. But that's that guy, 5 again.
Watson Martin right here. You'll see Moravian go over the middle, and that's just good coverage.
Yes.
Right in his hip pocket. Watson Martin right there comes up with a PBU.
He had a big freshman season last year. He was all region as a freshman last year. 7 interceptions last year as a freshman. As a sophomore this year, he's coming back for more. Plays wide receiver and DB. He has a bright future there as a sophomore. Good pass. It's going to be a chunk of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. That's what you want if you're Oceanside. You don't mind it. Good catch that time by Peyton Shaw.
Crossing route coming up from the right. Moravian gets the ball out quickly. Puts him in 3rd down and short. Nice 9-yard pickup.
31. This will be key right here. They haven't run it a lot. They go an empty backfield on 3rd and 1. That's when you know your identity as a passing team. Put it on the shoulders of the sophomore quarterback Monavian. He's going to look left. Good throw. This might have a potential to go somewhere here. 1 man to beat. Oh, little okey doke step right there. Tackled inside the 30. Good catch and run by Terrence Johnson on a strong throw from the Navy. That was very impressive.
And they're trying to strip the ball, BHP, instead of just trying to make the tackle. A couple of defenders trying to strip it out of there, but unable to do it. 40+ on that pickup, and Oceanside through the air, land sharks.
That is a Stewart Law Officer's first down. They're going quick. Pulled it down. Thought he had a man. Pulled it down. And still ran for about 5, but good tackle that time for BHP by number 62, Kamarian Glenn. But yeah, they gave up yards going for that strip. But they gave up another 15, 20 yards. Take a look right here, this last play.
Moravian kind of gets out of there in a hurry. Pumps, doesn't see it what he wants over there to the left, and then he just scrambles up the middle. Picks up about 3 yards.
Yeah, got less than I thought. Give him 3 on that. 2nd down coming up. 1 man in the backfield with him. That is O'Connor. Looking over the middle. Open. Touchdown. Oceanside Land Sharks. Strike up. The Land Shark Fight Songs. A Russia's touchdown. That man, Peyton Shaw, with the touchdown catch. What a throw. What a catch.
Kind of easy right there, honestly. Watch it. Charles is coming in. He takes the handoff right there, and he just comes off that right side, right down the middle, running right to the post. And Moravian puts the ball right on him into the end zone for the touchdown. Peyton Shaw, the senior.
Monavian have himself a ball game. Sophomore in for the extra point now. Sturm trying to kick up a storm. Good snap, good hold. No good. Now put a pin there. No good on the extra point. We'll step away. 13-7. Oceanside over Belton-Honea Path, and a good one here in the 2nd quarter. The 3A state title game.
Coming home from work, and while I was at a complete stop, a truck rear-ended me. With that became a lot of pain in my neck, my shoulders. My husband thought that maybe we can just handle this on our own, not knowing a year later I would actually need the surgery on my neck. But when I came to Stewart, and he was like, I'll take care of everything. It didn't feel like you were actually going through a lawsuit. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, it's a feeling that, you don't have to worry about anything. That's why I would recommend someone to them.
Seven's your score. A&I Fire and Water Restoration brings you our SCHSL Weekend of Champions once again, 2024. You just saw Oceanside take a 13-7 lead. Extra point was no good. Of course, we're going to talk to you coming up in the 4th quarter about the Stanley Law Group's Player of the Game. A lot of candidates emerging already. Stanley Law Group, your injury professionals. Visit the StanleyLawGroup.com today. You see that South Carolina State Bulldog flag flying right there, representing the state down in the hot Atlanta area. Celebration Bowl. This place is almost empty. It's an update on that score thanks to the truck out there. Scoreless at the start of the second quarter for those interested in a Celebration Bowl. I am definitely keeping my eye on that. A lot of friends and family. I got Nashawn Goddard, the offensive line coach at State. South Carolina State. My son's a student at SC State, so hoping they can pull that out. Oh, a little pooch kick and fair caught. He waved his hands. He did not catch. That's a huge mental error right there. We saw this last night in the Dutch Fork Somerville game. That was a turnover. Young man waved for a fat catch and did not catch the ball. That is huge. Oceanside will take over. Got to know the rules. You have to field a kickoff.
Yeah, you got to go catch that ball. And hey, he just got caught in no man's land right there. Do I catch it? Do I let it bounce? You've got 10 yards. That is a free ball. You got to make that catch, and that is a killer. They just stole a possession. Right. Oceanside did. You'll see it right here. Great concept here. You see him call for the fair catch, and then just kind of backs away.
He indicated he couldn't see. I saw his gesture hand like he lost it in the sun.
And we have the sun kind of up behind us here.
Yeah. So now
12:50 Eastern, and you know,
I hate to reference the other game, but all things are interrelated in some way. But in that Dutch Fork Somerville game, Somerville's defense stood up. Started third quarter, they gave up a kickoff that wasn't fielded inside the red zone, and they gave up no points. Belton-Honea Path, you're on the clock.
You're Oceanside here. You're going to take a shot at the end zone.
Right
kind
now,
of a sudden change. Kind of a sudden change,
Yeah.
big one you want to try to hit them with.
Yeah, that was our that kickoff was our low country crawl spaces kickoff, and it did not go well for BHP. And they did on a bubble screen right here. They're pursuing to the ball. A lot of white jerseys right there. Nowhere to go. They're going to lose a couple yards. That's the opposite of what we thought, right? But they go up top.
And if you're the wide out there, you just get up the field. I mean, don't give ground here. This is a great job by the BHP defense to really muddy this thing up. And they wanted that little bubble screen right. And you see the wide out right there, Terrence Johnson. As soon as he doesn't have something, tries to bounce it, but there's just nowhere to go. Great job by the BHP defense. Thought they might take a shot, Stacey, but they went with the short pass.
That's those Steve Spurrier thing. Shot play after the quick change.
Exactly.
Lathan is playing a good game on defense. He's going up. He's going for it right here. That's the play we thought they'd go right there. And it was there. And the touchdown maker in the last possession, Peyton Shaw, could not bring it in. The senior wide receiver was right there.
Great. You can't walk out there and hand it to him any better than that, Stacey.
It's third down.
There it is right there. He's the touchdown maker. Talk about it, Joe.
The earlier scoring drive, which put Oceanside up 13-7, 5 plays, 80 yards. Again, about a minute off the clock. Barely Shaw with a 25-yard reception. Would have had one right there from 33, 34 if he's able to reel it in.
Officials are having a conversation here. There may be
have a penalty coming up.
But you know what? He was looking back in that same sun that the kick returner had, too, remember?
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Second down, not enough because they were behind the sticks. But remember that same sun that caused this situation to turn over. That could have been a problem on that pass play as well. So remember the Oceanside receivers are looking back into that same bright sun that affected the returner for BHP, who was KJ Miles. And late onto the field, Gavin Welch, wide receiver. Now they have 5 wides in the formation. Empty backfield. Manavian looks over the middle. Sidearms throw, and they're going to call the helmet of the pass rusher is on the ground. 2 flags in the backfield. Roughing the passer or hold, Joe.
I think this is going to go against Oceanside here.
Okay, hold. Take a look at this at the back. Watch the
Good
backfield.
Pressure by on Manavian right here. He kind of drops the sidearm this thing over the middle. You see it right here. Trying to gets one in there. The helmet of 62 is already off right there. It's Kamari and Glenn on the pressure.
And they have a conversation with the BHP coaching staff right now. Of course, he has to come off the field after losing his helmet for a play, but we'll see how they adjudicate the malfeasance.
The malfeasance here.
Absolutely.
2 flags in on this one.
A lot of conversation. They got to talk about Robert's Rules of Order.
Here you go.
Okay, what we got?
Illegal participation on the defense. After this is the goal. First down.
He kept playing with his helmet on.
Yes, that's interesting.
That's what, and I thought about that when I saw the replay. He kept pressuring the quarterback with his helmet off. And
you know, but I wonder in football, what do? You stop moving, you get hurt. Once your helmet goes, if you stay still, you might get cold. I don't. Yeah, okay.
I'm with you, Stacey.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? You supposed to freeze and stand still? Inside the red zone now.
By rule, yes.
I guess so. Doctor's Implants Red Zone, empowering people through full mouth dental implants. And you should just fall to the ground. Maybe take a knee. I don't know. They got to come up with an answer to that. If your helmet comes off, what do you do in the middle of a lot of chaos? But Oceanside looking right at the goal line right now. Empty backfield, bubble screen, high throw, good catch, and it may go. It may go. Fighting for the end zone, not quite there, but that young man is already distinguishing himself. Peyton Shaw with another catch. Strong run to the 1-yard line. That's a good play call.
I had to lob this ball, too. There's pretty good pressure by BHP coming in off that left side. And
nice touch.
Good. Going up to high point the ball with Peyton Shaw. Good job by him. He goes up high points and gets him down right on the verge of cashing in that pooch kick, not fielded by BHP and recovered by Oceanside. Stole a possession.
They're going Wildcat now with Terrence Johnson in at quarterback. Terrence Johnson 4 into the end zone. That is a touchdown. I thought I saw somebody leaning there, but they're going to put hands to the sky. That is a Russian touchdown. Strike up the Oceanside fight song. They went Wildcat. They didn't play around with that. 1 yard to go. Gave it to the big wide receiver there. 6'1". Take a look.
Just power football. Again, you call it the Wildcat. They snap it right to Terrence Johnson. He knows what to do. He knows where that goal line is.
Absolutely.
They just shoved BHP right back in the end zone. And boy, mark this sequence down here, Stacey. Late in the game, this was a critical one as Oceanside stole a possession on the pooch kick, not fielded by the Bears, and they're able to make BHP pay for that mistake. It looks like they may go for 2 here.
Yeah, they still chase it. They're going to chase that missed extra point, but BHP, I talked about it earlier, when you're a team that predominantly wants to run the ball and be deliberate, falling behind is not what you want. There's going to be a timeout call before the snap.
Again, play clock down to 0, and they had to burn their second.
Yeah, this could also be a momentum shifter either way. Now, you go for this 2 and don't get it, you're going to give BHP a little something to get fired up about. They're down 12 now, but that's still where you still play your game. But you ground and pound. The third score, if you give up another point or 2 here, that becomes a problem for BHP. We're in second quarter, 5:58.
Stacey, I wanted to say congratulations to you on 200 games as a broadcaster for Sinclair Broadcasting. Steve Mann, the president of high school sports for Sinclair Broadcasting, up here with you and Jason Patterson yesterday, gave you all those plaques. I think that's phenomenal. Yes. That's a special moment for you guys.
Yeah,
appreciate what you guys do. Steve Mann, of course, was the brainchild of Friday Night Lights in a bunch of markets across the United States. Gives us the opportunity to do these games, and he gave you guys a couple of plaques yesterday, one each of y'all, and I think you guys have done a phenomenal job over the years doing these games, and I just want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you taking a moment to say that, man. I didn't know you were going to do that. Thank you very much, man. I didn't know he was going to give us the plaques yesterday, but
you guys kind of
we were so shocked.
Surprised. I thought, man, they didn't know that was coming.
It looked like for me, but Steve, man, class act, great gentleman. I mean, knowledgeable guy, just a great guy. And he birthed the brainchild of something that's really swept the nation. Is really on time, wide open on that 2-point conversion. That's just too easy. And the touchdown, I mean, the 2-point catch man there is Kyle Baldwin. But yeah, thank you to Steve Mann and all the folks at Sinclair for that. But take a look at that. That's just too easy. That's a pitch and catch. That's backyard football.
And they faked the pitch left to start with. Don't really see it right there. Kind of got the BHP defense up the field, faked the pitch, and right in behind them for the 2-point conversion reception. Kyle Baldwin, the senior. It doesn't get much easier than that. And now it's 21-7. And now you're at a point in this game, Stacey, that's really critical for BHP. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. But 5:58 to go, second quarter clock, a long time to go. They've got to go make something happen here. 3 plays, 32 yards, and again, that 1-yard run by Terrence Johnson to cash in on that mistake on the kickoff by BHP. And now the Bears a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Yes, sir, they are. Listen, props right now to the coaching staff in general, but offensive coordinator David Moore of Oceanside. Those play calls have been crisp. There's your touchdown man right there, Terrence Johnson.
His second today.
His second of the day, yeah. He's distinguishing himself as a player of the game candidate. There's another pooch kick. I bet he catches this time. Miles catches this one. Number 6 there, and they'll take over right around the 30-yard line for BHP. But Coach David Moore, the coordinator over there, is really calling himself a crisp game. The passing game has been just whatever you want. Short game, moderate, and the deep ball. Everything's been there for Oceanside. As they take a look at some of the BHP staff right there. They got to answer now. This,
big possession here. Big possession.
Yeah, the onus is upon the O-line and Quez and Noah and all those guys for BHP to respond. Down 14. And they're going to give it this time, and not a lot happening there. Good job by Oceanside clogging it up. That D-line not being moved there. So Zaka and company show up that time. So you got to give them 2 yards on that. You don't want to be in predictable passing situations too often if you're BHP. Coach, go ahead.
And Noah Thomas has thrown for nearly 1,800 yards this season and 26 touchdowns, so a little bit underrated as a passer, and they may have to go to the air some now.
Yeah, you know, the quote Coach Blackson told me on the phone this week, he said, we want to throw when necessary.
Right.
So, it's not our first thing we want to do, but nice burst. You don't have to when you got blocking, and this guy, Henderson, is special, man. The way he hits that hole, Dabo Swinney has himself a good one coming up there. He moves those sticks, man. He needed 8. He got that plus a plenty. Take a look at the blocking up front here, Joe.
Henderson, 5'11", 175. You know, we brag about this BHP offensive front here today, and they did a good job right there to carve out a first down run.
There's him dancing in the hole. That's how he just looked like that play was going nowhere, and he ended up getting a little over 4 yards on that. That last play resulted in a Stewart Law Office's first down, of course. 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewartLawOffices.net today. That's 3 on your screen. But you got to feel good when you got that guy back there, though. And he knows how to dance behind those big linemen, and he makes moves in the hole, Joe.
Yes, he does.
So give him 4 on that last carry. That looked like it was going nowhere at all. Give it to him again. They're going to ride him. This time it does go nowhere at all. That is a good job up front. Black jerseys.
James O'Connor.
Man. O'Connor, who's a running back as well.
Blanchard.
That last run by Marquez Henderson, by Quez Henderson, puts him over 2,000 for the season. 28 touchdowns. This play right here, so he's a 2,000-yard back. Not a lot of people in the history of the game in this state have done that. You put yourself in rare air with that 2,000 mark right there. And congratulations to that young man. He wants to cap it off with one more win, of course. Right now they trail under 4 to play in the half, and this got room on that left side and spins. Oh, my, that's just talent. He got stopped. He just spun away. Joe, how do you corral this water bug?
Next level talent right there, Stacy. He looked like he was dead to rights before the line to gain, and he says, you know what, I'm going to find a way to get there.
He made that first down. Take a look, folks, right here.
Just a run to the left, and again, like the quarterback wants to run it himself, the mesh point right there gives it to Quez Henderson, and he just runs over defenders and says, I'm going to get to that line to gain, and that last little effort, that last little spin moves the chains.
Stewart Law Officer's first down. They'll cross midfield. They in plus territory, and again, three something on the clock. You don't have to throw it. They don't want to. 3 tights to the right side. They're staircasing them. They're staggered them, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He's a strong runner. He finishes with a forward lean that time too. Positive play for the Bears.
And that's a good read too if you're Noah Thomas. I mean, you don't want to. You obviously you want to ride your back, Henderson, but opportunity right there. You see everybody kind of going that way to the left. He goes to the right. He's able to make a cut right there. Turns the corner, puts a foot in the ground. That's a good gain of 6.
Yeah, I thought he got it. The spot wasn't what I thought it would be. He's still going to need about 4 more, but that was a decent run. 6 yards on that. That's still ahead of schedule for the way Coach Blackston likes to play. Somebody moved on the right side, and I think they got him. Yeah, the 2 guys on the right side moved. And again, you don't want that. Now you're behind. I was saying you're on schedule at 2nd and 4. Now you're going to be 2nd and 9.
Snap. Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Make 2nd down.
BHP really shooting themselves in the foot here in this first half. I mean, 2nd and 4, like you just mentioned, now turns into 2nd and 9. That's their 4th penalty here in the first half. Yeah. Plus the turnover off the kickoff that they didn't field.
And this is one of those downs with Quez.
Yeah.
It's not in the game. Lathan has been his backup. Mm-hmm. So Lathan is a strong runner, but he's not a guy that can run you 10, 12 yards. Expect it. And he's going to try the right side, and nothing happening over there. Great job once again by the guys up front. Give somebody some love.
Again, you see Mike Jones, a 2-way player. He's in the he's in the mix over there. Also give credit to Joey Harriet. He was in that fray as well. No gain. You see it. There's just a lot of black jerseys over there in the way. They were able to fight off. Look at Jones just fight through the block right there. And you also have Harriet right there on the scene as well.
Yeah, Jones and those guys, Harry, they've shown up very, very well in this ball game up front. They've had some dominating plays. He's going to roll it left for Thomas. He had a man down the middle. He just took his eyes from up downfield. Big hit at the end of that play, but he had a man streaking through the secondary. Good job in front again for Oceanside, causing havoc.
That's a big hit, too, out there.
Take a look at this. If you look, we might not see it on this right here, but 22 was streaking wide open.
He was, Stacy. He had him.
Yeah.
Cale Gilchrist, watch this hit right here. He comes up and boom.
Oh, that's a thump. That's a thump. My goodness, he need to file charges. Cale Gilchrist came up and laid the wood. Timeout called, 112. That was 4th and 6. You got to talk about this one.
And if you're Russell Blackston here, what do you do? I mean, it's 4th down and 6. You're down 14, 112 left on the first half clock. You know you're getting the ball coming out to start the second half. You really need something out of this, but if you don't get it, you give it to the Land Sharks here. And the way they can go to the air, they don't need much time on the clock to put the ball in the end zone.
Let's play coach here, Joe.
I'm going for this if I'm Russell Blackston.
I almost think I have
to.
We're going to disagree. I'm kicking it.
You're kicking this?
Because if you don't get it, do you want to give Navy the ball at the 40?
And again, I'm totally with you on it, but I think if I'm Russell Blackston, possessions are key, and they just had one stolen from them. And,
right, that's true. That's true. But you got to give your Sunday best play right here. 4th and 6. This has got to be your Sunday best.
What's on that play sheet? He's going to pick me up about 8 yards, 6, 7 yards.
Look at he's jacked. Look at 60 and over Mr. Universe contestant.
He looks like Ed Hockley.
He does. He is ripped. Man, you at practice with a 60-something-year-old man telling you, hey, I can do it. I'm like, buddy, I got to go an extra. I got to run another rep right quick. I can't let you do me like that.
There's a decision. They're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Ball's at the 44-yard line. If you don't get it, you're giving a dangerous quarterback the ball, but they're going to take Quez out, and they may throw it to him right here, and they're going to run it. And did not get it. They're going to be a yard short. And he decoyed Quez Henderson. Quarterback's down. He took a pop. He's down.
Sawyer Arnold read this all the way.
He's down. They motioned for the sideline.
Yeah, that doesn't look real good. I hope this isn't serious. But Sawyer Arnold, give him a lot of credit. Junior defensive end for the Land Sharks. He read this all the way. He tracked down Thomas from behind, stopped him short of the line to gain. And, again, mark this down as a critical moment in this game. And let's hope that Thomas is okay. We saw a great quarterback go out for Somerville yesterday. You watch this play right here. Watch him just crash in off that edge over there. Just tracks Thomas down. Thomas takes a big hit.
On his right arm. He got hit on his right arm. The way they motioned to the sideline immediately, his teammates.
Well, he takes a hit, man. That's
Yeah, he's moving his legs.
He's going to be all right.
He's moving his legs, but his teammates immediately.
Yeah.
And usually, people don't ever say this. I'm gonna say this on a broadcast. That's because screaming. Sometimes screaming. When you motion that quick, he's up now. But yeah, look at the right arm. Look how he's holding. He's not moving his right arm. He got hit right on that right arm. He has it cradled to his stomach. He got hit. If you watched we see the play get hit. A helmet went right, and that's his throwing arm. But a lot of times they play when they can tell by the vocals on the ground. The players say, "You got to get out here. This guy's in." Because the football player is not going to scream in pain unless it's really real.
And now the onus is all on this BHP Bears defense. They have got to keep Oceanside off the board here at the end of the half. They're still in it, but an Oceanside score is going to be massive for the Land Sharks. They punch one in, take a 3-score lead going into the locker room.
Yeah, that's the reason I think not go for it. But you never know. You don't know the future. They could have gotten it. He was a yard short, so I understand the play call. But now Monavian takes over, and he's going for it right here. Quick, sudden change. He overthrew him. Well covered that time, but they were going for it. That was Henderson on coverage.
They wanted Virgilio. See it. Watch the arm of Moravian here. His kid can sling it, can he? And he wants Virgilio deep. And well, your best player, there he is. Yeah.
Aiden Monavian, 12 for 14, 180. That is absurd almost. That's gaudy. Those are obnoxious numbers. Almost a 400-yard pace right there, and he's going to beat that at the end of this drive. He'll have 200 first half yards.
Yep.
That's slinging it.
Again, just a sophomore Monavian, and he can sling that football.
3rd and 4. Now, this could be big now. If you're Belton-Honea Path, you want to put them make a decision here. So, Monavian, incomplete pass here, you got a decision to make. So, you got to keep clicking under a minute. It's been a really good first half of action. Want to close it out. No mistakes. He definitely don't want to pick. So he's going to look over the middle, and there he had a man. Miles was drawing on that ball was high. Miles was flying toward the football. It was too high for Johnson.
Marion Flynn comes untouched. Now watch him right through here. He comes right up the A gap, gets in the quarterback Moravian's face, and he throws the ball over the middle. And but lucky to get that back, Stacy.
Absolutely.
A lot of white jerseys back there.
Yes.
Give credit to Glenn for putting the pressure on and forcing that incomplete. And this is a big stop for BHP. Huge here.
Huge. That was a huge stop. And that 54 seconds almost blocked. I'll tell you, that ball was a hair away from getting blocked that time. Good punt, though. It's going to take a good Oceanside roll. They're going to let it go inside the 5-yard line, which is perfect for them. That's far enough right there. You might think about a kneel down or two here at this point.
56-yard punt down at the 1. You cannot do it any better than that. And again, that's a situation where your punt return guy really needs to go get that ball, to be honest with you. If you've got a shot, go save yourself some field position. Now, if you're BHP with just 42 seconds, probably just looking to get in the locker room.
Yeah, that changes your whole strategy right there. Yeah, that last 20 yards of bounce on the football. 42 seconds on the first half clock. A lot coming up for you at halftime. You don't want to miss all that, folks. A lot of good stuff coming up. Weekend of Champions. This is game 5 of 6. Last night, on yesterday's action, Dutch Fork beat Somerville last night. A thriller, instant classic, they're calling it. South Florence 42-41 over west side of Anderson, also of Anderson County. They did run it with Henderson, and that's going to be probably the last play, maybe the last play of the half. The play clock says it could be the last play of the half if you wanted to be. And then today we have this game, which is going to be a good one. Was that Parnell is in at quarterback? Parnell's in at quarterback. We do want to give some love. Top Parnell, who's one of the wide receivers. He's in with Thomas out. And tonight, Irmo, Northwestern in the game. A lot of people are looking at it. And they're going to keep it on the ground and test the middle. They did run another play that time, but I worry about fumbles down there, too.
Ball security. That'll be the last play.
Absolutely. That's going to wrap it up for the first half. And we're going to step away. And so, Joe, I think 21-7 could have been worse for Belton-Honea Path. Could have been better. That possession you mentioned on that kickoff.
That's the key of the game so far. And then, of course, you want to check on the health of Noah Thomas here, their starting quarterback.
Yeah, that was. Let's go down to the field with Jack and the coach. What's up, Jack?
I appreciate you guys here with Coach Patterson. Big time score. Aiden Moravian has been really special for your group in that first half.
Aiden's a big-time player. He always shows up at his best in the biggest of games.
How about your defense, though, man? Standing on your head, Sawyer Arnold with a big lick on that last drive. Tell the people why that defensive group is a special unit as well.
Our defense has really been leading us the whole year. Even when the offense would sputter, the defense has carried us, and they've just been stellar all year long.
2 quarters and an opportunity to go back-to-back. What's the conversation before you guys take the field in the second half?
24 minutes to play. It's 0-0 right now, baby.
24 minutes. I'm ready to run through the wall with you. I appreciate your time, Coach. Let's go. Yes, sir. We'll send it back up there to you guys.
Man, Coach got me ready to play. Hey, 0-0, baby. 21-7 is the actual score. Oceanside up 2 scores. It's the South Carolina High School League Weekend of Champions 3A battle. Brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration from Orangeburg. Stay tuned for halftime.
I'm Dr. Timothy Gregory with Coastal Wound Care. Are you living with a diabetic or chronic wound? A wound that won't heal can lead to serious problems, even amputation. At Coastal Wound Care, we provide the most up-to-date treatments, including negative pressure, compression therapies, and skin substitutes. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing.
At Palmetto Pride, we know we have a choice. The choice for cleaner South Carolina. And it's the easy one at that. Don't litter. No grand gestures or heroic efforts here, but the outcome still has monumental impacts. When it comes to our state, every choice counts and every action matters. From the great outdoors to parks next door, from Main Street to your street. All it takes is a little bit of pride to keep South Carolina beautiful.
Are you experiencing diabetic or chronic wounds? At Coastal Wound Care, your healing is our priority. Our physician-run private practice allows us to prescribe the most up-to-date wound therapy, offer rapid appointments, and ensure you see the same caregivers at each visit. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing.
You're watching the Coastal Wound Care Halftime Report. Heal faster with Coastal Wound Care.
Hey everybody, I'm Nelson Weston. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Friday Night Rivals. Joining us today is our long-standing good friend all the way from Ingalls Markets, Melissa Lever. Good to see you, my friend.
Your football friend.
It's football friend indeed. Now, Melissa, speaking of football, I want to transition from football to the classroom because you and I both know y'all have a famous program called Tools for Schools. And for those who are unfamiliar, how exactly does it operate on one hand, but on the other hand, more importantly, how do the good folks at home go about supporting it and getting involved today?
Oh, Nelson, it's really a wonderful program because it's geared toward the school and the needs that they have that sometimes, lots of times, teachers will actually end up buying out of their own pocket.
Indeed.
You have an Ingalls Advantage card and a list of schools who participate in the Ingalls Tools for School program. Link your card to one of those schools, and every time you shop, you're earning dollars. At the end of the year, the school can go and purchase what items they need.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing and well-rounded program.
Right.
Now, Ingalls, y'all have provided robust support to the community for so many years now. We're talking high school athletics, college athletics, and everything in between. It does beg the fundamental question, why? Why is it so critical for y'all?
Well, it's not just sports, but it's also educational programs. But we're the home team. Ingalls is your hometown grocery market. So you are also supporting our home teams.
Of course.
It's really important for us to be a part of that community. We love being part of that, and we're blessed to be able to do that. Lots of those students work at our stores or graduated from those schools. We see these people in church. We see these people at work. This is a really big deal for us. Might be a big company to look at us from the outside in, but we like being beacons in our own communities.
Y'all are beacons indeed. All outstanding work. Now, Melissa, very quickly, you and I both know no great game is complete without delicious, mouth-watering good food. What are some of the most popular items on y'all's menu?
Oh, my goodness. You have to start off with a wonderful boar's head sub. Just absolutely good with all the trimmings. Great fried chicken. All the sides you could possibly want. A wonderful salad bar, a wing bar, olive bar. I mean, I don't know if I could decide. I just have to go get a big old wheelbarrow and take it all there. Plus all the things you need, like chips and drinks and paper plates. One-stop shopping place for all your tailgating.
All fantastic work indeed. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for your time here today.
Thank you, Nelson.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment.
Christmas.
Hurry, they're going to be up soon.
When families and communities come together in the spirit of peace on earth and goodwill towards men.
Operation Silent Night and Still on the Fence. Okay, we're ready.
At Ingalls, we know that Christmas isn't just a holiday. It's a feeling to embrace all year long. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, like, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. You know, he's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
You're watching the Coastal Wound Care Halftime Report. Heal faster with Coastal Wound Care.
We welcome you back into Oliver C. Dawson Stadium, a 21-7 lead for the Oceanside Land Sharks. But most importantly, in honor of South Carolina High School League, I'm here with Miss Boozer. For the competitive cheer season, they have been here showing spirit all weekend long. We wanted to brag on that sport in general and all the incredible things they're doing.
Yeah, we just want to highlight these sideline cheerleaders that are here today. We actually have over 100 schools that participate in competitive cheer, and we just held their state championships back on November 23rd. What an exciting event that they have the opportunity to compete for state championships. It's a 2-minute and 30-minute routine of high energy athletic skills these girls put out, tumbling, stunting, the dances they do is just amazing. So I just want to, just highlight them today and bring attention to that there is another side from just what they do on the sidelines on Friday nights to what they're doing throughout their season on Saturdays.
I'll tell you this, I've seen some of the tumbling. They might be the best athletes on the field. Who won the championship this year?
Well, for Class 3A,
I was going to say, well, I'll tell you, we were talking to the BHP, AD. We wanted to really show some love to them. They were flying around before the game, a very special group.
Well, and what threw me off, Class 3A, Chesney High School actually won that one because that's a combination of 3A, 2A, and 1A schools. Chesney High School is a 2A school. But they won that event. Absolutely. 4A, we had Gray Collegiate. And then 5A, we have the two divisions. We had Chapin High School that won the Division 2. And then we had Lexington High School that won Division 1.
How about that?
It's a great event.
Oh, my God. It's an absolute blast, just like this week has been here at the South Carolina High School League. We appreciate you as the halftime report rolls on here from Oliver C. Dawson Stadium.
When I was growing up, I was taught, if you make a promise, you keep it. And for 45 years, that's what we've been doing at A&I Fire and Water Restoration. From Wilmington to Florence, from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. When disaster has struck, we've made promises to tens of thousands of families to turn their houses to homes again. We take pride in keeping our promises. It's what we do. It's who we are.
A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite. Woo!
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
come on! What's wrong with you?
Watching the Coastal Wound Care Halftime Report. Heal faster with Coastal Wound Care.
21-7 is your halftime score. 3A battle for the state title. South Carolina High School League Weekend of Champions brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Back in the booth, Stacy Huff with my broadcast partner Joe Cash. And Joe, exciting first half, and control was seized there late by Oceanside, the Land Sharks. But we have a highlight reel. We'll talk about the plays that happened. How did we get to 21-7? Let's roll it and find out.
Well, you see it right here. It was Oceanside through the air in that first half. Watch Aiden Banavian right here, the sophomore quarterback, climbing the pocket. Big pass play down the middle on their second possession. They get the big gainer right there. That's going to set them up. Fumble recovered by Oceanside, and Banavian's able to make them pay right here. 9-yard touchdown pass to Terrence Johnson in the left corner of the end zone. First points of the game on the board right there. For the Land Sharks, they took an early 7-0 lead, but BHP, they come back. Big scramble here on third down and long by the quarterback, Noah Thomas. He's able to pick up a first down. You see him with the speed right there, the wheels. He gets out of bounds, and it's Quez Henderson on the capper right here from 3 yards out. That tied the game at 7-all early in the second quarter. Back come the Land Sharks once again. They take a 14-7 lead. Pass over the middle. Peyton Shaw, 25 yards from a Navy, and the second touchdown of the game for him. And then they snap it, quick snap up the middle. Johnson goes a yard, his second touchdown of the game. 21-7, that's where we are, and there are your stats.
There are your stats. Noah Thomas, by the way, went out injured in that second quarter. We'll check on that, update that for you in the third quarter. But there are your stats. What stands out to you, Joe?
Well, the passing yards versus rushing for Oceanside. Obviously, it's all through the air for them. 199 total in total offense, 129 total offense for Belton-Honea Path. And you see the disparity right there. Belton-Honea Path is going to do it over the ground, not through the air, other way around for Oceanside. Oceanside able to steal that possession on the pooch kick, not fielded by BHP, and that's really your difference in the game right now. That's why they have a 2-score lead.
No turnovers in the game, but that kickoff malfunction, if you will, that feels like a turnover. So we'll see the first team to make it get control of their turnovers might have the edge in the second half. Jim Hudson brings you halftime stats. Stacey Huff, Joe Cash, and Jack the Longchamps on the sideline. Third quarter action coming up. SCHSL Weekend of Champions 3A matchup.
Drove a 26-foot box truck. Somebody was in the wrong lane coming straight at me, and he couldn't correct, and the whole truck laid over and landed on my shoulder. It impacted me because you worked in constant pain. When the company acted like they didn't care, I knew it was time to get some help. When you hire Stuart Law, they made you feel, like you're just a regular person and not a client. I would just recommend anybody having troubles to call Stuart Law.
Is your child struggling in school? Do you know a child 16 to 19 years of age who has dropped out, lacks discipline, or is on a destructive path? Then give the Will Lou Gray Opportunity School a try. The military-style school provides an alternative education to young adults in need of a second chance by offering academic instruction by state-certified teachers and job-based training. Students live on campus during the 14-week program, which is virtually free. For more information, call us or visit willlougray.org.
Every morning we rise before the sun, driven by passion, fueled by determination. We train hard, we stay focused, and we never give up because we know that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort brings us closer to our dreams. But it's not just about the physical. Staying healthy and hydrating is key. Dairy gives us protein, electrolytes, and other key nutrients we need to recover and stay strong. Because greatness isn't just built on the field, it's built in the choices we make every day. Milk's got game. Do you?
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back from Orangeburg, South Carolina, the campus of South Carolina State University. Oliver C. Dawson Stadium, 21-7, your halftime score. Oceanside up over Belton-Honea Path. Here's the Weekend of Champions brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. South Carolina Dairy Alliance brings you our first half recovery. Brought to you by Dairy Alliance, as I mentioned, the official milk partner of the South Carolina High School League. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth. Let's go down to the field with Jack the Longchamps and Coach.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Head coach, down 2 scores, but a chance with a lot of football left to be played. What was the message coming to the locker room?
Well, we got to go out there and make something happen. It's unfortunate we're down with our quarterback, Noah Thomas. Hope everything's okay. Not be coming back the rest of the game. But I tell you what, man, they're still going to crown a state champion. We're down -14 right here. We got to go out here and see if we make something happen on this drive, get Bear Nation, all these wonderful people back in the football game.
Yeah, best of luck. Thank you for your time, Coach. Send it back upstairs to you guys.
Thank you, Coach Blackston. Thank you, Jack. Up here with me and my guy, Joe Cashin, G.I. Joe. Glad to have you all with us watching, wherever you're watching from, so many stations and channels and formats across the great state and the nation. There's Coach Patterson of Oceanside, his team's up 2 scores. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's the Weekend of Champions. Glad to have this format to highlight these young scholar athletes, Joe.
No question about it. No doubt about it. This is the weekend that all the work culminates, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
You start off season, you go through August, September, October, you get here to December, and championship Saturday.
Now we're set for our kickoff, brought to you by Low Country Crawl Spaces. It is fielded inside the 25 and spinning away, trying to get to that sideline. Is a young all-region sophomore, Tajay Watson-Martin. And I'm interested to see here who, I thought it might have been a little mishap and we know Thomas is out injured. I see 3 Henderson out there. I thought he might have got nicked up a little bit late in that second quarter. He's coming out, but they have a backup quarterback injured. Let's see how they attack this ball game and create some room for their talented tailback.
Definitely going to be shorthanded, but Coach just said, look, got to go play with what you got. Got to go give it all you got.
They're going with a different quarterback. Ty Parnell took a couple snaps late in the second quarter. They have a different quarterback in now. And the ball's out, and it's squirted way back. And that's going to be Oceanside football, I believe. That ball popped up in the air. It was available. I think Oceanside got on that football. And they're fighting for it now. Everybody's gesturing. They're going to keep it right there. That is a break for BHP.
That is a huge break. Quez Henderson took the Wildcat snap right there. Didn't really have a quarterback. Didn't look like in the game. He just took the direct snap, picked up some good yardage, and then all of a sudden, there goes the football.
I think Ford might have taken that. Ford's in the ball game. MJ Earl was back there with him too. It was Quez Henderson took it.
They snapped it right. They snapped it right to it.
Okay, look at Ford. So Ford's beside him. So yeah, so Ford's the running back, and Quez Henderson is the quarterback. So they got MJ Earl. My name is Earl. In there. So 3 and 4 in the backfield. They got to make this huge adjustment of not playing without their starting quarterback, Joe.
Yeah, that was a tough break. Noah Thomas going down late in that half on the 4th down play. Took a big hit short of the line to gain. You said he was coming off favoring that right arm, that right shoulder. You hope it's not serious, but it doesn't look like he's going to be available the rest of the day.
He took a helmet right on the bicep near the elbow as he went down on that run. Try to get middle again. They've been trying that middle, and not a lot happening there. Good job by Oceanside. They've been stout.
They're just going to snap it to him, let him run it, Stacy. I mean, I think that's, I don't. Do they have anybody else that can throw the pass? I mean, honestly, because that just looked right there. They're going to snap it to him. You see it again, 3rd time in a row. They've run this play to snap it right to Quez Henderson. Well, a lot of black jerseys in there. When you know what's coming, it's hard to block it.
Give us some love. 24, the first man there for Oceanside, Joey Harriott, the junior defensive end. He's played a strong game thus far. Kick's going to hit the ground at the 30. Sideways bounce, and it'll be down right about there. And that's where Manavian and his crew will take over for the Land Sharks. We'll step away. Just underway, 3rd quarter. Oceanside 21, BHP 7. 3A championship matchup.
Dual enrollment's like a double scoop with a cherry on top. High school credits for me, college credits for me, and no stressing about costs for Dad.
We hear you. Your future is waiting at a South Carolina technical college.
Going to college for esports feels amazing. Growing up, it's something I never thought would happen. My family never thought it would happen. And then within 2.5 years, here I am.
He's actually a madman whenever it comes to playing on the sticks. He's going to be the first one that pursues this into an academic career.
Me getting an esports scholarship could show other students that it's possible for them too, as long as they put their mind to it and put some effort into it.
Senior year's all fun and games for them, but not for me. With dual enrollment, I'm going to get a jump start on college and save time later.
We hear you. Your future is waiting at a South Carolina technical college.
Welcome back. Broadcast brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. You can rely on A&I when you're on the TV coverage of the 2024 Weekend of Champions. And, of course, stay tuned for the entirety of the ball game. We'll select our Stanley Law Group Player of the Game. Stanley Law Group, your injury law professionals. Visit thestanleylawgroup.com today. Momentum, score, player health, everything on the side of Oceanside right now, Joe Cashman.
No question about that. And we saw Somerville in much the same situation yesterday, Stacy. You guys were on the call of that. They had to go to their backup, who did an admirable job. I thought he did a pretty good job throwing the football. BHP's got to find somebody. You were talking in the break. You're exactly right. They've got to find somebody who can put the ball in the air a little bit and make Oceanside back off.
Got to be, because they're going to have 11 on the line of scrimmage if they run Wildcat every play. But here's 30-yard line, first down for Oceanside. Looking over the middle, a little pressure, and that could be the key for BHP. They got to get stopped now. That's a big sack, loss of 10 yards. Give that man some love. 23 right there on your screen. Jakari Anderson.
Watch him right there. Just comes right up the middle. Good pressure by Anderson's able to get to the quarterback, and that's what you want to do. Get Moravian back there. Get him, Get Monavian on the ground for a loss. Big loss there, loss of about 8.
6'1", 190-pound junior. 23 there. That was a good play. And big play right on time. Loss of 8 on that. And there's pressure again, but just a good poise in the pocket and good, just a little sidearm, kind of three-quarter delivery. And Peyton Shaw's catches are starting to mount up now.
Monavian with a great throw, Stacy. I mean, he's backing up. You watch him right here. He's kind of backing up, fakes the handoff, kind of backing up a little bit right here. He steps into it right there at the end. And, well, that's a great ball. That is right on the wide out. They get the sack yardage back.
Yeah, he's a good thrower of the football. So third down, and
they can spin the pill.
Oh, there you go. Yes, sir. Chuck the leather around. Pigskin is at the 30 where they started. 3rd and 10. BHP's trying to get off the field. Pressure up the middle, but the screen action right here. Got to break a couple tackles to get it. Didn't get it. Got about 4 or 5 yards in that. Good job pursuing to the ball by BHP.
Kylan Dixon is one of the Dixon twins on this BHP team. Just tried a little dump ball pass left to the Oceanside to the short side. A lot of BHP traffic over there, and that's a good stop by the Bears defense.
Kylan Dixon's 5'11", 300. 3 bills. Punt time, and that was a good stop for BHP. They got to find some answers on offense, but you got to start by getting the ball back. That punt's going to hit and take a huge roll. I think it may have hit her. That was out of bounds. That ball, why would you touch that?
Well, the ball's dead as soon as it gets somebody on the kicking team.
It hit a.
So the ball's dead at the 34, so no matter what happens.
Good point. I wanted the player to know that. But
I think he did, because all of a sudden you see him turn the jets on, and then he goes diving up to the ball, which you really don't have to do, but the ball's dead.
They threw the beanbag. They threw a little beanbag down at the 34-yard line. Look at the jack. Look at Jack Coach John Patterson. John Patterson, private eye.
That shirt's going to rip before this thing is all over. Look at those sleeves.
It's medium polo. Special ab tightening.
That'd be like me trying to put on an XL shirt right now. I'd probably go busting out of that thing. But look at the sleeves on it.
He can do that. That man is working out. First down and Wildcat again. Quez Henderson to the left side. He has a little room this time. Oh, man, he turns those legs behind. Good block, and he's going to get a first down. And they're going to give him. He got 11. They can do that. That's a real great opportunity to school. First down, they got to be started in that. You know it's coming.
You know it's coming. You see 16-66 pull right here. They get to the edge. He's able to turn the corner there. Henderson. It's going to be a lot of Henderson here in this second half, and I think we've got another BHP player down.
Unfortunately. Looks like one of the big ones up front. Now he's getting them up. There he is. That's the guy who made the block, actually. That's the guy who had the block at the point of contact.
Keelan Dixon right there. Yeah. We just talked about the Dixon twins, Kylan and Keelan.
Yeah, both of them getting all the meals. They're eating regular.
Got to feed them.
Keelan's 260. He's a little guy. He's 260. Kylan is 300. So Kylan's getting to the table first. Shout out to the Dixon family. I'm sure they're here. BHP has rolled up the sidewalks. They're here.
They got them up there. They brought a great crowd from Anderson County.
They did. And they're going to hand it this time. I mentioned earlier they had MJ Earl in the backfield with them, so they're going to, have a little variation on just Quez left and right. At some point, RP, I wonder, will he pull it back, though, and throw one? I wonder. That would catch him. It would catch the stadium by surprise.
You get a heavy box in there, the Oceanside.
That's Belton and Honea Path all together right there, both of them. Both ends.
About 5 miles apart.
It's both ends, 5 miles apart. Belton and Honea Path all together. BHP is what it makes up. Proud tradition there with athletics. Anderson County District 2. Heavy jump on the left side right there. They're going to go left. And Quez, they thought the play was over light. People stopped. He stopped. And then starting back, he's going to be a yard short, but that's a nice little chunk. That's clever ball handling.
And again, it's MJ Earl and Quez Henderson in there, and he'd snap it right to him, and they fake the handoff. Way to carry out the fake.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who had it.
MJ Earl, kind of hard to understand who had the ball, but it's Henderson. Quez is going to keep it and pick up close to first down yardage. Need about a yard to move the chains.
Yeah, I thought he got to move a little closer than that, but Oceanside's got to be ready for that. That's what's coming. It's going to be MJ Earl and Quez. Quez could tiptoe a little bit, pick his spots, and just danced in the hole that time and gets hit forward. He has a knack for falling forward on his carries. Needed a yard and got a plenty. We'll look for the opportunity to scoop first down. Look at this, Joe.
Yeah, this is power football. Move the right side. And gets good blocking up there. Give credit to number 8 right there, Justin Lathan. He's able to lead the way for BHP.
Man, that's another good run. But that last carry took him over 100 for the ball game. So 2,000 for the season, 100 for his championship game, and young man's going to head off to Clemson with a lot of records and accolades and yardage. He leads behind that BHP there. You're on your screen, 24-18. That's averaging about 4 carry, a little better.
He went for 159 and 3 touchdowns last week in the win over Mountain View Prep, where they had to come from behind with a 20-point fourth quarter with the Bears.
Second down now. If you're going to throw one, this might be the time. And that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a little movement, or lack of movement. Too much going on at the snap, and they're going to walk back. So instead of 2nd and 9, it's going to be 2nd and 14, Joe.
5th penalty today.
Prior snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Yes, sir.
Second down.
There's young man with his arm in a sling right there. That's Thomas. You hate seeing that.
Hate to see. Second time this weekend, Stacy, we've seen an outstanding starting quarterback go down in this game. We just hate that.
He just waved at the camera. You know, he's the spirit of the youngsters. He's still smiling. At the end of the day, he still gets to be 17, right? Or maybe even 16. Behind his blockers, Quez Henderson, he just goes forward, man. When you hit him, he's going to spin for a couple more. He churned that and made it a play that wasn't there at first.
It's tough, Stacy. I mean, not going down at first contact. I mean, you watch it right here. He fakes it. He's going to use 8 as his lead blocker, who gets out there, makes a nice kick out. And Henderson, Quez, just look at him just fight through traffic over there. Looks like 5 o'clock in Atlanta over there, all the traffic.
I love it.
He's still able to pick up good yards.
Or Hardscrabble Road, even for my
Hardscrabble Road, which is never going to be fixed, is it?
No, my daughter was starting first grade when he was working on that. She's been out of college 4 years now. She's late 20s. Crazy, wildness. Lathan, does he have it? Did he pull it? That's great ball handling, and that's going to be a first down. But he rides that now like he's used to playing quarterback.
That looks like Wake Forest a couple of years ago when you have the quarterback and the running back, that mesh that never seems to end, like a 5-second mesh point. And you see it right here. You watch these two. Who's got the ball, right? This mesh point. They're just kind of running together with the football.
And last minute he puts it out.
Finally Henderson says, this is my football. I'm going to pick up a first down.
That is a Will Lukery opportunity to scoop first down. It's one of those like, he's looking like, who do you think has it? The other guy has it there. If you think he has it, I'm going to keep it. And this time he gives to Lathan, and Lathan, the big guy, the defensive lineman, 208 pounds, he gets in there. It's a scrum. And that's going to be a modest gain there. He might have fell forward. Yeah, he got 3 on that, but it's just roll your sleeves up. They're muscling up now. That's all it is.
And you're almost down to 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And West Florence and South Florence and West Side last night, the time of possession disparity, you're always kind of seeing the same thing develop in this game. I mean, West Side had it for about 9 minutes last night. Put 41 points on the board, but South Florence still able to win it. But BHP's had the ball a long time here.
Yeah, we were talking to Lou Bajak and Chris Deering before the game. 4 minutes average, 4 plays, scoring drives for West Side. They were just really lightning strike quick. Now they're motioning for the sidelines again. Another player's going to limp off.
Yeah, a little pitch pass forward, goes as a forward pass. You see Tajay Watson, Martin takes it again. They're just running everything off that left side. That's their strong side.
Another first down. They got just enough. Will look opportunity to school first down. Also inside the Doctors Implants red zone. Yeah, the guy that he churned it out. They're getting those extra yardage, just being physical. And now we got a player down for Oceanside. Maybe it's a cramp. We hope it's only that, down on his back at the 12-yard line. So the trainers are going to come out. That's 14. It might be a cramp. That's Jack Waddy. Yeah. Yeah. Score of the Celebration Bowl at halftime, 14-0. Chinnisberry, South Carolina State Bulldogs down 14-0. First time they've been shut out in the first half all season. I was told that by a wise person in my ear.
The wise person in your ear. And he is very wise.
Oh, my goodness. Wisdom.
They do such a great job, K-Pass and the crew. Want to thank those guys. This is my last game broadcasting this season.
Well, yes, right, because I have basketball, but yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those guys, I so enjoy working with you and K-Pass and the crew. Just they do a great job.
Glad to have you with us, man, all the time.
It's been a labor of love, obviously. And,
yeah, man.
You know, look forward to 2025, but today is it for me. And, you know, we'll see what next season brings.
Yes,
you guys
no doubt.
do a great job. Fun to work with you.
You too. You bring a lot to the broadcast, Joe. Glad to have you with us as always. Your years of experience and professionalism.
I don't know about all that, but I do appreciate that.
Making me look decent on there. I appreciate it. The K-Pass and that crew, the camera crew, Jessica and all those crew, they do a great job.
No doubt.
And we have people from all-star cast. We have people from all over the place, all over the Southeast helping for the championship games. A Wildcat snap again, right side, just black jerseys everywhere. Quez Henderson finds a way to get a couple yards, but it's just well diagnosed by Oceanside. And the clock is, as you mentioned, and they don't mind, you know, BHP doesn't mind this. If they can stop Oceanside from scoring, they don't mind. If they have 3 possessions the rest of the game and score on all 3 and win, they'll take that. But it's it's very deliberate.
Gotta score. I mean, they took this ball with 8:45 to go third quarter. Now we're under 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then by the time they're done, they may deplete the whole thing. And Quez Henderson, he needs to pop one here, and he does get close to the first down. They're going to mark him 2 yards short, but they don't mind that. They don't mind that. 3rd and 2. Take a look, Joe.
5 minutes on this drive again. They have lived off this left side. You get that big lead blocker out there. Keelan Dixon's able to pave the way, and they now looking at Bears looking at 3rd down and 2.
And he's going to keep it this time again. He got hit. I thought he had it. He got hit short. It's going to be 4th and 1. Somebody knifed in there for Oceanside. I can't get the number. Number 33 right there on your screen.
Cale Gilchrist.
Yeah, he blew that play up.
Senior linebacker. He's got a lot of family here today.
I'm sure. Coming up the road from, it came down 2 different ways on 26. Up north from Charleston and south from Anderson County.
This is big.
Yeah, he was playing early. And they call a timeout here. 2:45 on the clock. Play clock's at 4. They call a timeout.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
We'll step away with them and come back to a big 4th and 1 for BHP trying to close the gap, trailing 21-7 to the Land Sharks of Oceanside Academy. We'll be right back. 3A matchup on the High School League Weekend of Champions.
I am glad I'm here because it's really helping me.
I have a lot of things I want to do.
I like being in charge of others.
My confidence has really built up since I've been here.
This place has showed me, it's not good to run from your education.
It's a really great place. You got people here that are willing to help you.
It's something that's going to get you through every day. It's just something you have to have. And they're making it possible for me because if I wasn't here, I would not be in high school.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back. The A&I Fire and Water Restoration presentation of the South Carolina League High School State Football Championships 2024 from Orangeburg, South Carolina, campus of South Carolina State. 21-7 is your score. And, of course, coming up, we have our Founders Federal Credit Union Defensive Player of the Game announcement we'll share with you coming up a little later on in the fourth quarter. Relax with Founders Federal Credit Union. Can't relax right now if you're a BHP. This is a pressure play right here. 4th and 1. This could mean a lot for your chances the rest of the way. Trailing 2 scores. They need to convert this 4th down and 1. They have it. Almost popped it for the whole thing. Going to be tackled inside the 5. And Marquise Henderson, Quez Henderson is going to be tough to stop from getting 1 yard, Joe. Look at that.
You know who the ball is going to right here. Good blocking right there on that corner.
Man, that 55, that somebody crashed the whole.
May have been Brody Smith over there. That left tackle sealed that edge.
Man, another cramp going on right there for Oceanside. But yeah, he absolutely.
He crashed down and sealed that edge just the way you're taught.
He moved the furniture.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, man, he moved the furniture that time. He made sure.
He did the heavy lifting, no doubt about that. That's a big pickup there. You're BHP here. You stick this ball in the end zone here late third quarter. Still plenty of time to go in the game. And again, the storyline for them is they lost their starting quarterback, Noah Thomas, late in that first half. And it has been all snap the ball to Henderson and let him either ride it off or take it himself here.
There's no secret sauce.
Nope.
It is what it is. And Coach Blackston, I mean, he's kind of that way, Alex. I enjoy talking to him on the phone. I hate having to talk to Coach Patterson. But, couldn't get through it down at Oceanside. They're busy. It's a tough week. But
he was in the gym.
Yeah, he's right. He was in the gym. Couldn't get back to us. But, Coach Blackston and Weston said, here's Anderson Gossip. He's in his home area. That's Patterson on your screen. He's been an OC in the DC at Westside. He's been at Crescent High School. Coached a little wrestling. He was on the 04 championship team.
When they beat Dillon, and you and Emerson on the call of that. Doesn't seem like 2 decades ago, does it, Stacey?
Absolutely.
Wayne Green was the coach of BHP then. He got a great career there.
I mean, the offensive coordinator Jenkins, I'm saying. Touchdown, Lathan. Touchdown, BHP. I mean, the offensive coordinator Jenkins was on the tight end MVP of that team in 04. But that is a great call. Rushes touchdown. Strike up the BHP fight song. The Bears have roared. Take a look at this blocking, Joe.
Yes, they have. And again, that's a great run and great blocking as we talked about up front. Justin Lathan takes the ball 5 yards out. They have lived off that left side of the Bears here in the third quarter. And this is very much a ball game, Stacey. A lot of time to go.
Eli Satterfield, number 22, 6'1", 200-pound tight end. The senior, he had a huge block there. Dead solid, perfect on the extra point. Hands to the sky. 21-14. BHP has shortened it up right here. Put the lead in half. Take a look, Joe. Talk about this tape.
Absolutely. Once again, nothing fancy about this. Just ride the ball off to Lathan, able to make that man miss right there. And that was Cale Gilchrist who had a shot. You make the first guy miss, you're dancing in the end zone. And that was a 14-play drive that covered 66 yards. And again, all of it on the ground, Stacey. Again, the quarterback, Noah Thomas, their starter, out for the game. And they're just going to put the ball on the ground and see if Oceanside can stop them. And now it's going to be up to BHP to get a stop. There you go, 14 plays, 66 yards. And it's Lathan with the capper. After they converted a 4th down and short, Lathan from 5 yards out. PAT good. 2:26 to go in the third, and a lot of game left to be played.
Talking to Coach Blackston on the phone, I tell you I enjoy speaking with him. He said a couple things. I mean, we talked a lot. I wrote a lot of it. A couple times I said, look, I got to write that down. One of the things I wrote down, he said, believe in 4th and 1. That's one of the mantras of this team. And that 4th and 1 was huge. He said they believe in it. They live for that moment. They welcome 4th and 1 because they think they got to bet on themselves every time. And he says another thing, TPW is one of the things they stand for. Tough people win. Life, sports, everything. I love it. TPW. So they have to be tough now mentally as well as physical with your quarterback. Your starting quarterback out for the game. Now, if you're Oceanside, you got to adjust and try to answer the answer. And that kick, that's a penalty kick. That's bad. You don't want that out of bounds right there. That's a low country crawl spaces kickoff. Low country crawl spaces. Let's work together to correct your crawl space problems today. That's not what you want.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team.
Yeah, so
ball be spotted 35 yards.
So you hurt the man. You hurt the man. That's 35 yards for Aiden Manavian, who's played himself quite a ball game. Had right at 200 yards passing in the first half. That's quite a half. That's a game for a lot of people.
Maybe over 3,000 yards passing this season. And he had 5 touchdown passes last week in their Lower State win.
Listen, it's a young school. He's going to threaten every passing record they've had there in their short existence, or shatter them. He's only a sophomore, folks.
2 touchdown passes today.
Yeah, empty backfield. Short pass. He floated that. Caught. It's Miles. Intercepted and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That's what BHP needed with a turnover. With the chips looked down, and he's concerned. This is the young man who did not catch that kickoff. Same young man. Turned his fortunes around.
Well, that's a game changer, Stacy. K.J. Miles, the junior defensive back. And again, good pressure applied by BHP. Not a lot of time to throw the football in and out of the hands of the intended target. Again, he's gone over the middle and gotten away with a couple. Not able to get away with that on the tip drill. There's K.J. Miles, comes up with a pick. What a huge turn of events here, Stacy. They get that possession back.
Mark Brown, player of the game candidate right there. Mark Brown Law Firm, the dedicated injury lawyers. We'll have that for you later in the fourth quarter as well. That play there, maybe. We'll see what happens out of that, but that's huge. Ball's at the 30 now, and here comes Quez Henderson dancing in the backfield. And he got dragged down after about 2 or 3 yards. It's going to be a matter now. It looks like with this drive here and the score being what it is, it's going to be Oceanside. Can you contain and bottle up a P4 dynamic Shrine Bowl running back who's everybody in the stadium knows he's coming at you? And if you're BHP, are you going to be able to continue to try to pressure Navy and make him uncomfortable? Those are the 2 questions that we answered, and whoever answers those the way they want to will be the 3A state champions. Quez Henderson trying the middle again. They're stubbornly trying the middle, Joe. 2 plays now, they get 5 yards total. But he can pop one at a time. We've seen that.
Sure can. Oceanside with just 4 plays from scrimmage here in this third quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by BHP. Likely to take it to the fourth quarter unless they get a quick score here under 90 seconds to go in the period.
And they won't mind.
No, not at all. They're right where they want to be. All things considered, all the adversity, starting quarterback out, down 2 scores, they're okay.
They're going to try that left side again. They've had some success over there. Nothing happened that time. Good job. Oceanside coming in, knifing that play. I believe that's our guy Sturm again. That might be Nate Sturm. Yeah, Sturm came in there. So Zaka backing him up. Those guys came in and just tore that play up from the rip. 4th down now, and guess what? They're going to try to kick one. This is going to be a field goal attempt.
This is an interesting decision.
Yes. 42-yarder. 42-yarder for their kicker.
Christian Bridwell,
yes.
Senior.
Tough angle, too. The snap was not good. The kick is long enough. And it's going to be wide. Oh, he went through. My bad. My angle. That is a good kick. Joe had his hands up. My official up here, my broadcast partner.
Hands to the sky.
Hands to the sky from the booth. 21-17 cuts the lead to 4. That is huge. Christian Bidwell with a big kick in the championship game. Watch the snap. Watch the snap. The snap was
a little bit of a low snap
and
a good hold there by Ty Parnell to get that thing set up for.
I thought it was out. Yeah, that was beautiful. Right, Jack,
it went in the lap of Jack down there.
Jack, you could have caught that. Wake up. Jack had his hands in his pocket with the shades on. Jack is too cool for school.
He just standing there chilling. Here comes the football.
Gentlemen, here's the deal. They got way better athletes sitting right in front of me ready to make the play. But I went and positioned myself. It's all about the prep work.
It is.
We saw Mr. Bidwell before the game. Guys, he's got enough leg from around 50, his coaching staff told us. So I had to go see it to believe it. And yeah, the young men in front of me, they make the nice plays. I'm about as athletic as a doorknob, so I let them take care of business.
Jack's being modest. Jack's a two-sport, former two-sport star down there in Charleston area. Correct me if I'm wrong. Charleston Southern, I believe, right?
Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern.
Yeah, once upon a time. Now we're all old and washed up and getting to tell some stories.
How do we feel, Joe? Jack is saying old and washed up. Really? 21-17, you score a low country cross face kickoff. I'm sure I'm twice Jack's age at least, plus a little bit. That's going to be an automatic touchback. Right by your South Carolina State logo. We gave you an update earlier there. They were trailing 14-0 at halftime. Hope Chinnis burying those guys and pull it out in the second half. Proud shot there for you, Oceanside Collegiate fans.
So that's an interesting decision by Russell Blackston there, the head coach of BHP, to go ahead and take. I don't have a problem with that. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. You don't want to come away with a sudden change turnover with nothing there. You've got a kicker that can nail it, like Jack said, from at least 50, and he nails a 42-yarder. Get some points there. I think that's good game management.
I think I knew why he did it, but it backs up what we said earlier. He's going to massage the possession. The possessions are going to be few in the fourth quarter. Why not?
Exactly.
You want something every possession.
Exactly.
Something,
analytics, Stacy, may tell you to go for 4th and 5, but
if you get 3 every time, the rest of the game you win.
You're in good shape. Philly on analytics.
They got the backfield not empty this time. They gave him the play action and pressure. Did not close the deal though. The legs of Monavian come into play. He'll run for a first down to about the 33-yard line. He showed you the legs that time. They did not close the deal. They got home, but didn't turn the key.
Had 2 defenders, Stacy, crashing in. Should have gotten the sack of Monavian, but credit Monavian for being able to pull a Houdini-like escape, get out the back door, pick up a big first down, gain of 13.
He'll look great opportunity to score first down. That was a big run that time. Flushed out of the pocket. Empty backfield again this time. He's going to go for the whole thing. Is this Virgilio? Caught. It was a little bit underthrown. Caught. Might be banged up on the landing there. And a flag down on the play, but Virgilio may be hurt. He landed awkwardly, Joe. And they're motioning for the sideline for him as well. Now, he landed. His ankles, I think when he landed, he came back, fought back for that ball, but there's a flag. We'll see how they adjudicate this malfeasance.
Now, there was a flag in the secondary, which leads one to maybe believe you might have defensive holding here, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it is. But his left ankle. Yeah, they're declining his left ankle. That was a big throwing catch, though. And
45 yards.
Real look great opportunity to score first down. But it was slightly underthrown.
Yep.
And him fighting back for that, he landed. He didn't get his body up under himself to catch that ball. Watch the landing on this.
Monavian gets plenty of time to throw the ball right here. Just climbs the pocket a little bit. Now, good. Look at the gun on this kid, right?
Yes.
I mean, he could wing it. And he kind of, just goes awkwardly, Virgilio. But credit Virgilio to be able to complete the catch, even though he tweaks his ankle right there. 45-yard pickup as we go to break.
We'll be right back. 10 to the injured player, 21-17.
When I was growing up, I was taught, if you make a promise, you keep it. And for 45 years, that's what we've been doing at A&I Fire and Water Restoration. From Wilmington to Florence, from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. When disaster has struck, we've made promises to tens of thousands of families to turn their houses to homes again. We take pride in keeping our promises. It's what we do. It's who we are.
A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
We at the Stanley Law Group believe that we are the premier trucking accident law firm in South Carolina. We have the experience, the ability, the knowledge to pursue and to execute and to resolve these types of cases on behalf of our clients. I would recommend that you pick up the phone and you call us. At the Stanley Law Group, justice begins here.
Welcome in. We're at 21-17 here, Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State. Oceanside 21-17 over BHP. Smells like team spirit. An update update. We did have Virgilio walk off with put a little weight on his ankle. He left the field, and we're back now live action, 1st and 10 from inside the 30-yard line for Oceanside. Broadcast brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. Miscommunication threw it between two receivers. Miscommunication between Manavian and Warner, both of his receivers. I want to point out something I was told here during halftime. Terrence Johnson, who scored 2 touchdowns in this game, this is his first year playing varsity football. This is his first season playing. He looks good as a junior. Looks really good.
Wow.
Consider that. Yeah.
He's a good football player. 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah. So his future's bright for him. He's a junior, so next year he's setting himself up for a big senior year. 4 wides in the formation. 3 to the left of Manavian. 1 back. They're going to empty backfield a lot of the game. Pressure from his right side. He's going to run out. Going to try to run it. He's got to get to the sideline, and he does. Showing good speed. Let's look at some of these stats brought to you by Jim Hudson right quick. Joe, what do you see, sir?
I see a lot of, again, what we talked about in halftime. All in the air for Oceanside, all on the ground for BHP. Total yards, not a big difference there. A big turnover for Oceanside there at the end of the 3rd quarter. The penalties right there, 5 for BHP. There have been some really costly flags on the field against them today.
Absolutely. Look at those numbers. Less than 20 yards passing for BHP and less than 20 yards rushing for. We talked about just total opposite attacks.
Tale of 2 different ways to try to get things done.
Way different. And there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they said back in the day growing up. Peter might not like that. That's not a Peter-approved message. High throw again and caught. That was he threw that in the right place at the right time. Great throw by Manavian. Who caught that? There's that man again. That is
Gavin Gaspar.
He had a couple catches last year. That was a Russian touchdown. Strike up the Land Shark fight song. I thought it was too high. He fooled me again.
A lot of bodies down there. 19-yard pitch and catch. He gets the snap here. You see it. He gets really good protection. Has all day to throw it. Wings it over the middle. You see it. Watch Gaspar. You had some deep defenders in the area for BHP, but credit Gaspar. He goes up high points the football, and that is a big score for Oceanside. They'll take a 2-score lead here in the 4th quarter.
That's going to be tough. Right now, extra point coming up, but he threw that over the traffic. That was a good spot. I said high, but he had to throw it there and drop it in. And then he looked at the sideline like he did a ring me gesture. Manavian, I love the swagger. That's a penalty right now, but I think a little ring me gesture to the BHP stands.
He's already feeling it, right?
Yeah. Well, up 2 scores, 11-40. The other team's starting quarterback out of the game. Anything can happen, though. There's a penalty on BHP because they're talking to Coach Patterson, asking him, does he want to decline or accept it? But they haven't told us what it is yet, so it's a secret. It's none of our business at this moment. We're just up here hanging out.
Well, they may be asking him if he wants to go for 2 if this is against BHP. They move that ball half the distance.
Here it is. And now the mic's not working anymore. You talked about the crisp sound. What happened? Did they hit somebody flip the switch and didn't put it back on?
I just got to go down there and tell him to turn that thing on.
Hey, my guy.
Turn it on.
My guy, come here for a second. Let me hit that switch for you, my guy.
And that's what it was, offside against BHP. They'll move it half the distance, but they'll still try for the additional point after.
Truly. This is going to be Sturm, who had a big tackle early in the second half. The holder is Gavin Welch. Big leg. He kicked it halfway up the stands right there. Hands to the sky. 28-17 is your score. Oceanside in control. 4th quarter of the 3A title game, leading BHP. Weekend of Champions 2024.
I'm Dr. Timothy Gregory with Coastal Wound Care. Are you living with a diabetic or chronic wound? A wound that won't heal can lead to serious problems, even amputation. At Coastal Wound Care, we provide the most up-to-date treatments, including negative pressure, compression therapies, and skin substitutes. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing. Are you experiencing diabetic or chronic wounds? At Coastal Wound Care, your healing is our priority. Our physician-run private practice allows us to prescribe the most up-to-date wound therapy, offer rapid appointments, and ensure you see the same caregivers at each visit. Call Coastal Wound Care now and start healing.
Welcome back inside the party, known as the Weekend of Champions. We do it every year in December. brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration. It's the SCHSL Weekend of Champions from South Carolina State campus, Oliver C. Dawson Stadium. And, of course, later in this fourth quarter, we'll share with you exactly who's going to be our Founders Federal Credit Union Defensive Player of the Game. And we have some candidates who have emerged. I think some defensive players are yet to be made. Stacey Huff, Joe Cashin up in the booth, Jack DeLongchamps down on the sideline, and a cast of thousands in the production truck, making it all happen for you here this entire weekend. Shout out to everyone, high school league staff and all. Joe, big answer. You got to come up here for Belton-Honea Path with 11:40 to play.
I'll tell you what, again, we're watching two different styles. I mean, for VHP, 15 plays, 70 yards on their first touchdown, 14 plays, 66 on their second. You got Oceanside. They're going 3 plays, 66, 3 plays, 32, 4 plays, 80 yards on that. I mean, it's almost like what we saw last night with South Lawrence and Westside.
Push kick field at that time. Parnell gets it up to about the 45-yard line. That's our low country crawl space kickoff. That's where they'll take over in that Wildcat formation we see. Let's go down to the sidelines with Jack. What's going on, Jack?
Hey, guys, we do have an injury status. He actually just walked right by me. Will Virgilio did have that cleat off. They were able to tape up that ankle. A little bit of a preface to that story, though. Actually, he was on the broadcast for 2 Oceanside games this year. He missed 3 weeks due to that same left ankle, so a little bit of a scary situation because it's an injury he's dealt with before. But they got him taped up, and it looks like he's going to give it a go, guys.
Thank you, Jack. Jack looks like a movie star, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's going to say that's good insight. He does look like a movie star, right? That's good to kind of get that background on.
Yeah, it is. Good stuff. Good stuff, Jack. The shades, though, I'm loving it. That's Virgilio trying to run on the sidelines right there. And that sun is bright down there. That's that. Oh, that's a horse collar. I know he wants it. He's asking for it. It was mighty close. Henderson on that left sideline over there. And it's on that. If it was on the BHP sideline, you see them going crazy right now, the referees. It was on the Ocean side. They were like, nothing to see here. Please move along. Watch the end of this play, Joe.
And again, we've watched this all second half. Just a direct snap to Quez Henderson. He gets the corner turned, and that's mighty close to horse collar territory there.
It looks horse collar-ish.
It does.
For sure. Give him about 3 on that carry. Man in motion. Oh, this watch. He's going to throw it. He has a man. I thought they tossed it at some point. Underthrown. And well defended. It was underthrown, but at some point they had to do something to loosen up that box.
Well, they had it, Stacy. I mean, the play was there. They got the kind of the end around coming back to the right side with Tajay Watson marking. You see it right here. Just a handoff. He's coming on the jet action. All of a sudden, you see this develop. Has the receiver early, but the ball is pretty well underthrown. It was intended down there for James Moore, senior wideout, but unable to make that connection.
He was open, too.
Yeah, it was there.
He was open. 3rd and 7, so now that pressure goes back to the O-line. Possessions are going to be few and far between as slow as they play on offense. So this 7 yards is huge here. 3 tight ends on the right side. Henderson, he's going to bounce it outside and test his speed. Henderson puts his head down. It's going to be 4th down and about 4. Will they go?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you do right here.
I think you have to now. It's the fourth quarter, you do. Any other time you might punt this away, but I mean, possessions now in the fourth quarter. It's up in the air as to how many times you're going to get the ball back. I think you got to go for this.
Agreed. And coming off the field right now, also now a lot of guys playing a lot of snaps here. There's MJ Earl leads the game, and the end is Lathan. Now you wonder will they use Lathan as a lead blocker?
Play clock down to 5.
You might get a timeout right here. They snapped it. Henderson breaks through it. Man, listen, he needed 4. He got about 7 or 8, and that was one tackle away from.
It really was. Great blocking over there on that right side. We saw him working the left. They're working the right. Look at the big bodies out there.
If he hit that sideline, it was going to be beep, beep.
Mosher out there. Give Keelan Dixon credit, too. I mean, we've talked about this BHP O-line all day long. They've done a really nice job, and considering the fact that they really can't put the ball in the air, Oceanside knows it, and yet they're still able to pick up a critical 4th down conversion there.
That was huge. That was a Stuart Law 1st down run. Oh, the reverse action this time to nothing happened. Good job, Oceanside defense. They were ready. Well coached, well executed on defense that time, and that man making the tackle, Harry got his play well today.
Harry did, but give credit on this play to Max Mormon, big number 9. You see him right in here. He just kind of busts up the play right. You see him right there. Doesn't make the tackle, but he gets upfield and is able to really kind of muddy the waters right there, slow that play down, and he's really a big factor in that loss of about 2.
Mormon played well last year in the championship win over Great Collegiate. I remember calling his name quite a bit. I think, speaking of Joe Weidman, BHP alum, he and I called that game last year where they beat Great. He's going to try to throw it this time, and nothing happened. They won't allow it. It might be a face mask right here. They may have grabbed a face mask of Henderson. As it stands, it's a huge loss of the sack. It's going to be the big joker, too. It's going to be the 15-yarder, my guy. If that's what it is, this is going. I don't know if it's an automatic first down coming. Then I think if not, it's going to be put them ahead of the sticks though.
That's a 15-yard. It will be a first down.
Yeah. If they're going to fish from the spot of the foul or for the prior line of scrimmage, here's the personal foul, 15-yarder.
Automatic
first down. Absolutely.
It's a big break for BHP.
It is.
Because Oceanside had that play diagnosed. Kind of odd that everything went to the right. Henderson kind of came on his own to the left. Really didn't have any blocking over there. He knew he wanted to throw the football right there, but just didn't have any time. But as they took him down, they grabbed the face mask.
Stewart Law Offices first down. 25 years of protecting the rights of the injured. Visit StewartLawOffices.net today, and they're underway. Ball's on the ground. So is a flag, and it's in an area where it might be procedure. Ball flag thrown at the 39-yard line. Sideline warning. So that's where the area was. They threw it at the sideline. Do they ever come back and call a penalty? I've
seen a penalty called on that, yes. Okay. I have seen a warning issued and then the penalty after.
Didn't I tell you?
Stay off that white chalk over there. That's what they want you to do.
That's what the announcer said. Come and say, we told them.
Mm-hmm. You have officials over there. You got the chain gang over there.
The clock is moving all this while, though. Henderson with a nice little dead leg in the backfield falls forward. Not a big gain that time. It's going to put a little pressure on third down here, but he has not had a problem converting behind those big blockers.
He's gone north of 100 yards today, working on about 30 carries in this game. He's had to do it again. The starting quarterback, BHP, Noah Thomas, went out with an injury to his right arm, right shoulder late in the first half. Big loss for BHP, but hey, they're hanging right in this ball game. Just under 9 to go.
Well, he's going to sleep well tonight now. And he's played some snaps on defense, too. He
sure has.
Some safety.
He's going to Clemson for a reason. He's a ball player.
Absolutely. They probably get him in that weight room for a year and get him a little heavier, and he can carry it. Look at that move in the hole. He's just making something out of very little. The offensive line is playing well, but it's not playing so well that he should get all these yards, though. A lot of that's him, Joe.
That's a great individual talent. They gave him some room over there on that right side, and he's able to dance. Move his way through that hole. You'll see it right here again. Good lead block out there by Keegan Mosher. He just kind of ducks in behind big number 60. Some other good blocking over there as well. 22 out there, Eli Satterfield.
Refused to go down.
Another critical moment here. 4th down and short. HB has to convert.
See what they dial up right here. Lathan is in, his big back, who also plays defensive tackle. He's played a lot of snaps as well. You go to the right side. They're not going to get it.
Didn't get it.
Their play was slow developing. Somebody missed a block in there. That's huge for Oceanside. Oceanside can smell it now. Under 8 to play, up 2 scores. That was huge.
That was a great job by that Oceanside defense. They just outnumbered them right there. The defenders got over there, bottled it up. Henderson had nowhere to go, and just a critical turnover on downs right there. You kind of get the feeling now. The Land Sharks feeling pretty good about it. And you watch the play right here again, Stacy. He's just going to take it and try to get in behind his blockers over there. But again, the defenders outnumber the blockers.
They stacked it up. Yeah, they stayed. That's a good job. Sturm and those guys are in there.
Big old Mike Jones over there again.
Who? I got to stop. I got to grow up. It's like Mike Jones. But that was a big play. You got to feel it right now if you're Oceanside. You feel like if you don't turn it over, if you don't help BHP right now, this may be a championship for you. You can't help them. But they are pass happy team. You keep putting the ball in the air. Anything can happen, though. Throw and catch. That's going to be a first down. Good throw, good catch. That's that guy again, Peyton Shaw, who has a touchdown catch in the ball game. Good throw by Manavian.
It's just dangerous. He can throw the ball, can he, Stacy? I mean, that ball's out there in a hurry. Good velocity right on the receiver.
He can, but the only thing BHP needs to help them now is a tip pass interception. Anything else, it was almost over. 2 scores with 7 minutes. You need a turnover.
They're going to continue attacking. That's for sure.
Was it Vince Lombardi just said when you throw the ball, three things can happen, two of them bad?
Yeah.
But this is the way they play. You play the way you play. I get it. That's what got them here. And they're going to run it this time now with under 20 yards of rushing in the entire ball game. That might take them to 20 right there.
James O'Connor on the carry. And hey, you're
that's
John
right.
Patterson. You're happy.
They heard me, Joe.
They did. They're like, Stacy up there in the booth.
OC.
Tell us to run it. So.
OC Huff. I'll take a little stipend. I'll invoice them for that on my play call right there. But why not run it, though? The only thing that can hurt you right now on Oceanside is a deflected pass, which could be a pick six or a turnover. So on the ground,
just work some clock here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to ask BHP to score twice in 6 minutes.
Even if you wind up punting the ball away, you're still okay.
Right. A lot of pressure on the team that can't pass the ball. Nice run. O'Connor, a little room on the right side of this. Good, nice little run. He got a yard short of the first down over there.
And they're going to give it to him.
They're going to give it. He did. He got it. That is big. That is big.
They'll keep the clock moving. 6.5 to go in your ball game.
Yeah, you got to understand right now, if you're Oceanside running ball carriers, you want to put two hands with a death grip on that football because
ball security.
Yes, sir. Because BHP is going to be trying to rip it out of there.
You don't want to be on Fumble Island.
Exactly. And they're going to throw it. Double move. And that's just a beautiful throw in the hole, behind the corner, in front of the safety.
That's a whole shot throw right there, and that's right on target.
You know what it is? That's a play on Saturday's quarterback throw right there.
No question. Watch this, the old hole shot here, like you called it, over the corner, under the safety. Watch him
beautiful
put that ball right in there.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's just talent right there. I was told he's probably maybe the best sophomore thrower of the pigskin in the state.
I can believe it.
Haven't seen everyone, but I tell you what, whoever's better than that, I want to see that person.
I want to see him.
Yeah. I can be convinced, but I got to see it. You can't talk me to death about it. I need to see some film of somebody throwing it better than this kid in the 10th grade. Oh, he's going to try to run this. And he slid, but it was a late slide, and it's inside the 30. So
that's a good decision by Monavian, too, right there. He wanted to go left. Immediately, if you don't have it, don't force it. Pick up 5 yards, get on the ground, keep the clock moving. Good decision there.
That prior play was, of course, a Stewart Law Firm first down. They're going to place it right at the 30. And it's a tall task now if you're BHP.
Yeah.
Hampered most of the game without the starting quarterback, limited their offense. And they're going against a really good Oceanside team that's just sound in all aspects. Pressure and nowhere to go. Pocket was collapsed that time by 33 Patrick Sloan, 18 in there, Ty Kelly to finish it.
They brought the heat off both edges, did the BHP Bears. Loss of 5, big sack. Clock continues to run, however, and again, Monavian smart there. Don't try to force something that isn't there. Sack really doesn't kill you right there.
3rd down and 10. Because of the way they play, the personality of the team, they may throw this. And they've had Shaw open a lot of the game. Virgilio out injured. We talked about that. He may not return. Doesn't have to at this point. And they're going to throw a nice route combination right. That's just a beautifully designed play. That's huge. That's a big-time play call. Big-time throw and catch as well. That's Gavin Gaspar.
Again, Monavian back there. He's got time. What an arm. Look at that ball get on that receiver in a hurry.
They ran off the corner and came right underneath. That's just a beautiful play design that time.
Another big first down by the Land Sharks. They're feeding right now. They got the sharp teeth out there. They're feeding.
Land Sharks. So that's old Saturday Night Live skit about Land Sharks. But how do sharks exist on land? I have questions. I don't claim to be a scholar of any sort.
I don't know. They're existing pretty well on this land today, aren't they?
The football
they look pretty good.
There's a flag down at the 19-yard line. It looks like it's against BHP. But I just have questions, and I'm not being belligerent with it. I just want answers. Personal foul. That's frustration now, maybe setting in a little bit. A lot of these games we see when it becomes almost inevitable, you see a little, the competitiveness boils over.
Been a great year for BHP.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not looking like it's going to end up in their first state championship since 2004. I mean, a lot of adversity in this one. You lose your starting quarterback. You really have no ability to throw the football on offense. And going up against an outstanding Oceanside Collegiate team.
That's going to be O'Connor. I'm told the OC now Oceanside was played call over at Fort Dorchester when they had some great years. I want to shout out all the people. I get information from everyone. It's all about what you not what you know, but who you know. They get information from. Lou Bajak, Chris Deering, Thomas Grant. My guy Trey Jackson. I call people all during the week to get information from these folks, and they helped me a lot. Shout out to all those guys who share the information. Richie Altman down in Charleston, Wake, tell me a lot of information about Oceanside. 300 yards in the air now for Manavian, the sophomore, and that's top it off. Why not? With another touchdown, rushes touchdown, strike up. The Land Shark fights on. What a throw, what a catch for the play. That is just beautifully done. He's been slinging it all day long.
Kevin Gaspar on that touchdown reception.
He's slinging around to everybody. Johnson's got some love. Gaspar, Vigilio.
Gaspar's second of the day.
Peyton Shaw. Everybody's sharing the sugar.
Yeah, watch this. Just a throw right on target.
This is awesome.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be the capper for the Land Sharks here today. The fourth touchdown pass. You called it right before he threw the football right there. More than 300 yards in the air today for Manavian. 4 touchdown passes. 21-26.
Hands to the sky. The extra point is good. 35-17 Oceanside Land Sharks. The Land Sharks swimming toward a state title. We'll be right back in the last 4 minutes.
Following the conclusion of today's game,
Great shot from our camera folks. They're looking at Oliver C. Dawson Bulldog Stadium. We're somewhere in there. Me and Joe Cashin up there. We're waving. You can't see us. We're up there. That's a nice camera there. A&I Fire and Water Restoration brings you our 2024 state championship, South Carolina High School League style weekend of champions. We do it every December, folks. I'm glad to have you with us. 35-17, the Land Sharks of Oceanside Collegiate Academy down Charleston way. Look to be making it back, kind of back-to-backs, though. They won 2A last year, 3A this year. So some form of back-to-back, right, Joe?
It is, absolutely. They, of course, were in the 2A championship game 2 years ago and lost to Abbeville. They won it last season at the 2A level, and then moving up, kind of like the Jeffersons, moving on up, but it doesn't phase them. They're going to win it again this year.
Wheezy reference in here. I appreciate it. Miles, number 6, is going to circle around and try the middle now and upend it on the 32-yard line, and 401 is a lot of work to do in 4 minutes if you're BHP. And again, this team cannot pass the football.
Yeah, they can't throw it. I mean, there you go. 9 plays, 79 yards. Gaspar, a 13-yard reception there. His second touchdown reception here in the second half, second of the day, and 4 TDs thrown today by Aiden Manavian. Over 300 yards passing. 21 out of 26 through the air. Just a phenomenal day by that sophomore.
Man, listen, it's been a real, that's Coach Patterson on your screen right there, and took over, you know, strange scenario, a little bit different.
Yeah.
2 or 3 games into the season, right?
Well, after the first game of the year, Chad Wilkes resigned and was elevated as the interim head coach for the rest of the way.
Up to the task.
Not much you can do to make a case for yourself much better than to win a state title.
Ty Parnell carrying the load right now, and Henderson may be getting the rest of the game off here for BHP. Parnell's number 2. He came in and played a couple steps at backup quarterback. And if you just tune in, the starter went out in the early second quarter, I believe it was, for PHP, Noah Thomas, hit on the right arm, throwing arm. His arm's in a sling over there now. Parnell is a
That's when they went for it on fourth down late in the second quarter. They went for it, and I would have almost had it too. Good play by that Oceanside defense, and he came down wrong, got hit hard, and the last we've seen of him. I hope it's not a serious thing.
Henderson is back in the game, and he's going to trying to hit the sideline. Tripped up at the 45-yard line by Sturm, and that could have been even bigger. Henderson's pushing toward 150 now for the game.
They're quitting that youngster.
Parnell was that quarterback wildcat, handed it to Henderson, and he's taking some hits today. I tell you what, a physical kid, Clemson commit, Shrine Bowl selection. That's a Stuart Law officer's first down there. They're going to mark it at the 49.
Mr. Football finalist.
And they don't really play quick at all, so they're not playing quick now either. Parnell is taking the shotgun snaps now. He's going to give it to Henderson again. Henderson trying that right side. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6, though. Call it 5.
Still a great season for Russell Blackston and Belton-Honea Path. Again, only one loss this season. That was to Westside back in week 4. But well, tough to win today when your starting quarterback goes down, and then you're going up against an Oceanside team that's got a great quarterback. There he is right there.
Just Thomas, just Thomas with his arm in a sling there, number 7. He went down early. He's a junior. He'll be back next year.
You won this game for us. You. Let's go back to back.
They got to play the last game of the season. BHP said one more time all year. They got to play into the last game. They played as many games as they could. Parnell looking not to fumble that. Good hit by Oceanside. They are really swarming to the football. No let up. That's that guy again, Mike Jones. Y'all didn't know him before. Now you know him. Now you're all on him.
Yeah, Parnell just doesn't have much time. He actually does have initially some time to throw the ball, but then the pocket breaks down. The rush gets there.
Also Harriet.
Give credit to Joey Harriet there. He's in there. And a little bit later on today, Stacy, you've got a great one, 5A Division II, Irmo Northwestern. How good is that one going to be?
Two teams and great coaching staffs, great talent, offensive talent, defensive talent all over the place. D1s, P4 talent all over the field for both teams. It's going to be a good one. I'll be on the road back to Columbia, but I'll be tuning in some kind of way, the best way I can as I do some basketball stuff later on. But that's the game. I mean, Coach Brand and AJ Brand, I've watched those guys for 4 years. I'm in the Midlands area. I watched that program knock on the door. Last year they were a game short. And this year they get to the championship game. And can they close the deal against a Northwestern team who's, perennially been around the championship conversation? They've lost a few championship games in their time and won a few as well.
Wouldn't that be something? Dutch Fork and Irmo.
Yes. That whole
2 state champions right in your own backyard.
Irmo proper will have a big parade for both. Parnell way behind the receiver and out of bounds, but
probably the last stand for BHP right there.
That was it, yeah. And now they're going to, let's see if Oceanside taking knees here, or are they going to?
I think I would. Victory formation time.
Yeah, they're getting hugs all around here. They're going to have Manavian out there. I think it's fitting to have the kid with the ball in his hands. 4 touchdowns. I don't think I have a vote, but, he may be a player of the game, Kenneth.
I would have to think so.
Yeah, I would think he'd be into consideration of it. He can play a little bit.
He can. What an arm. And for a sophomore, the presence in the pocket to be able to step around trouble, move off your spot, climbing, make throws that he can make.
6 foot tall, man. You want him to give you another inch or two, maybe growth spurt. He's a sophomore, maybe, for that, for the offense to really go crazy. But somebody's got to have him playing. He's got to be on a lot of teams' radar as a 10th grader. And they're going to have a legal substitution on Look at Future. They're trying to get some different guys in here these last minute 21, and somebody ran off late.
Yep, Stacey, I want to work this in here, too. Go Army, beat Navy.
That's right, my man.
Hey, kickoff here shortly. Go Army, beat Navy.
Joe Cashin, 30-year retired Army man.
You bet.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get it. They are taking knees here, and 3 of them should do it. The play clock being what it is, a 40-second play clock.
Russell Blackston not going to use the timeouts. This one is in the book. So, again, congratulations to both teams for making it to the game's biggest stage. But Oceanside Collegiate, they'll take home the trophy today, and much deserved.
Bear Nation, as he referred to them, they have a lot to be proud of. Belton-Honea Path back here. It won't be 20 years before they're back again.
No,
we know that.
No way.
No doubt. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, determination. Great community. I have love for that area. Those who know. Have a lot of love for that area. And Oceanside, the Charleston area as well. A lot of love for that area down there as well. The state is well represented with these teams this weekend, all of them in all the classifications, representing their communities and their schools, their families. Congratulations to Oceanside Collegiate Academy. You have earned another championship. 2A last year. Step up. They didn't care. 3A. Doesn't matter. Chris Patterson and his crew will take home the 3A 2024 football championship for this SCHSL. Congratulations to the Oceanside Land Sharks. Well done. We got a handshake line class all around. And shortly we will hear from Coach John Patterson. I want to see him pick up Jack. Just pick him up for no reason. He's seeking him out right now. There's getting the handshake line right there, but these are two teams that, you know, could meet again down the road. And another championship game in the years to come. A lot of young talent on both teams.
Congratulations to Clinton, Abbeville, Dutch Fork, South Florence, now Oceanside with one champion left to be crowned.
Left to determine. That'll be done here at, I believe it's 7 p.m. And we'll go down to the field with Jack the Longchamps. And Coach Patterson, what's up, Jack?
Guys, appreciate you sending it down. Here's the deal. This man's journey, one for the ages. Coach, had the opportunity to coach your son. We joked about the Mr. Universe. Your hard work, your dedication, and now a back-to-back champion. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We just keep grinding, baby. That's all it is. Just keep showing up and working your butt off every day.
Talk to this program. You've got a lot of seniors. What does this not only mean about Oceanside football, but the Mount Pleasant community as a whole?
Well, I think last year was the first time they won a football championship in over 50 years. So now we'd say it's only been 365 days, you know. So, you know, maybe it's going to be a habit. You never know.
Now, let me ask you this. You've coached professionally. Aiden Manavian is different, cut from a different cloth. Speak to your young quarterback.
He's got nerves of steel. He's got ice water in his veins. I mean, he's just a fantastic football player. He's a better kid. He's the last guy to clean up the stuff on the bus. He's on his knees, getting under the seats. I mean, I can't say enough about him as a human being. He's a leader. He's a smart kid, great academic kid, and honestly, he's just the heart and soul of the team.
Final thing, we saw you before the game. You were cut up a little bit. Can we hear maybe about that pregame motivation that had you fired up?
I'm not really sure what happened. I just started bleeding. When you get old, you know your skin's thin, and sometimes you just start bleeding. I can't really explain it.
Back-to-back state champion, Coach Patterson. Cannot thank you enough. Congratulations. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach Patterson.
And we'll send it back upstairs to you guys. Oceanside, back-to-back champions.
Thank you, Coach Patterson. Thank you, Jack. That was awesome. Thin skin. When you get old, I love all that. I'm hearing all that, Coach. Great interview. We'll be back with more celebration for the 3A champions, Oceanside Land Sharks. They took it 35-17. Stay with us.
Healthy on the outside doesn't mean much if vaping has weakened you from the inside, because the chemicals in vapes don't just leave you short of breath. They damage your lungs on a cellular level, leaving even the fittest among us weak and vulnerable to viruses. So what starts as a vapor's cough can easily turn into pneumonia or something worse. Is vaping sabotaging you? Get the facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Thank you so much
for putting your faith in us.
We are here because of you.
It really means a lot that you've trusted us over the years.
And we'll be here for you.
I've got to meet good, hardworking people that have become my clients, my friends.
Thank you to everyone that's let us help them and their families.
Thank you, Spartanburg. Thank you, Columbia.
Thank you,
Charlotte. Thank you, Rock Hill.
Welcome back in. Your broadcast brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration in the SCHSL Weekend of Champions 2024 from Oliver C. Dawson Stadium on the campus of South Carolina State. We just watched 35-17. We're in the aftermath of the Oceanside Landsharks title game victory. Congratulations to them as a community, staff, team, faculty, the whole thing, the whole school. Shout out to them. And let's talk about some of our superlatives that we have going on right here as we cap it off. Our play of the game brought to you by Mark Brown. What happened, Joe?
Well, you see Gavin Gaspar. He had 2 touchdown receptions in the fourth quarter. The second one right there comes from 13 yards out from Aiden Manavian. And those 2 touchdowns came after BHP made it 21-17. But here comes Gavin Gaspar. He catches 2. Again, that one from 13 yards out. That was the clincher for BHP.
Player of the game
Oceanside, right?
Involved in all that. The trigger man of all that is our player of the game brought to you by the Stanley Law Group. Talk about that, Joe. Who's that?
Manavian, the sophomore quarterback. We talked about him all day. Watch this arm as he rockets one into the end zone for Johnson right there. 21 out of 26, 326 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. No question about who your player of the game is. You heard Coach John Patterson talk about him, how different a young man this is. Maybe even better off the field than he is on it. Watch this pass right there.
So much talent.
Right in there for the touchdown. Again, 4 scores today. He was just all over it. The player of the game.
Brought to you by the Stanley Law Group. And now for our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. You know, kale is good for you.
Yes, it is.
Kale is good for you.
And it was good for Oceanside today. Cale Gilchrist, the senior linebacker, he was all over the place today. 14 stops on the afternoon, 2 tackles for loss. You just watch him read this play right here. He just flows to the ball. He's able to put the stop on Wes Henderson right there. And he did it all day long. Wherever the football was, Cale Gilchrist was there as well. Again, the senior linebacker from Oceanside, your defensive player of the game.
Cale is eating right, playing well. We see the trophy presentation for the newly crowned 3A champions as they still have the rings from the 2A title from last year, still have the shine on them. The Oceanside Collegiate Academy Land Sharks swimming in high tide right now. Special waters, if you will, back to back. Not something you see all the time across the annals of the high school landscape.
Well, they got to get people off the beach because you got sharks lurking out there ready to feed.
Way inland right now, all the way up in Orangeburg. Way inland.
Way inland is right.
They've done it twice they've come to Orangeburg and twice they've eaten. Talk about Jaws.
Roy Scheider and Jaws.
I was going to say Jaws.
We thinking alike.
That's my guy, yes. My guy, Joe Cash, and spend so much time around each other. Look at that trophy presentation. Now Skip over there with the Oceanside Collegiate folks. Joe, we've been around each other too long, man. We started to finish sentences.
We got to know what the other is thinking.
Absolutely.
Thinking about that movie.
Right, shot. We're going to need a bigger. Everybody else needs a bigger boat, right?
You need a bigger boat.
A bigger boat.
Robert Shaw.
Listen, that thing scared me like nothing else. When I was about 9. I was about 9 when it came out.
Good heavens.
Going to the beach? No, thank you. I won't.
No.
I will not. Let's go look at my coach. Coach, like he's ready to look at his biceps. Look at the veins. He's ripped. Coach, Coach said he was bleeding. Jackson was bleeding.
Probably because that shirt's too tight on his arms right there. Look at that.
Cut it out.
An arm wrestling contest with that guy. Probably wouldn't win.
Look at them celebrating. You got to love it. Give it up for the Oceanside Collegiate Land Sharks. They've done it. Oops, they've done it again. Celebrating. Congratulations. 2024 SCHSL 3A champions, folks. I want to thank Joe Cash and my broadcast partner, Jack, the Longchamps.
Thank you, Stacy. Great year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We had a great time, man. Do it again. And shout out to our sponsors, K-Pass, those guys in the truck. Thank you to the crew out there. Our sponsors, A&I Fire and Water Restoration, Coastal Wound Care, Will Lugray Opportunity School, Stewart Law Offices, Rushes, Doctors Implants, Low Country Crawl Spaces, Palmetto Pride. I also want to thank Mark Brown Law Firm, Founders Federal Credit Union, Jim Hudson Automotive, the Dairy Alliance, Behind the Hayes SC Department of Public Health, and Ingalls Market. Shout out to all the folks making it happen. Shout out to the High School League, South Carolina State University for being a great host. Next game coming up, the finale, Irmo Northwestern, 6 p.m. The 4A battle. That should be a good one. Jason Patterson, Toby Cakes on the call for that one. Buckle up for safety. Have a good one if you're on the way out. Stay tuned if you can. Good night, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone, from the SCHSL Weekend of Champions 2024 3A Championship. I'm Stacey Huff. Thanks for watching and keep tuning in.
taking himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch.